going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another live stream. This is going to be like the biggest one yet. I mean, probably, I think. I don't know, probably not, but it'll be fun for me. I got a couple of fun guests. My buddies, we're going to be hanging out here, doing a blind flight. We'll have some announcements here along the way, some cool things coming up in the very near future. Hang on, I got to mute myself on the back site because I'm getting feedback. All right, that's better. All right, so what's up, everyone? So yeah, I'll be sipping through a blind flight, hanging out with Marty, and then we've got a second special guest who's kind of got the same flight, I think. So we'll kind of be interacting as we sip through these, and see if we can figure out what some of them are. As you might notice, there's a crawl at the bottom. We've got some sweet giveaways tonight. Roger Dodger has been so generous to donate one of our new riff 6-year malted rye picks from a couple of months back. Jerk Weather. I know some of you guys got it. Some of you guys missed out on it. So if you missed out on it, this is your chance to maybe get one. Those of you that did get it, chance to get it back up. One of my favorite pours of the year. I know I'm biased, but I one bottle's gone through. I'm on to the second one. Just a hell of a pour. And then the second giveaway that I'm going to do tonight is a sample flight. And it's all of new bottles that I got this week, which maybe you can see the first one. I got the 2 new Evernorth releases. So we've got Night Stalker 5. Haven't cracked it yet. We've got Exodus 4. We got the new riff 10-year bourbon. And then the McBrayer 250th. So second giveaway will be a flight of these 4 pours, bottles I just got in this week. So I'm pretty sure these are going to be pretty fantastic. So should be some fun giveaways for you guys. So let's bring on our first guest. What's up, the legend? You hanging out outside?
McBrayer. Yeah, I'm outside. It's still about 92 degrees. This is absolutely ridiculous. It got up to 101 today. Set a record.
Yeah, it was pushing 90 and muggy as all heck over here. But yeah, not quite that hot. Wow. So you're brave hanging out outside.
Got fans, all kinds of good ones going here, so.
Oh, there you go.
All good.
Does it get real muggy and sticky out there?
Oh, it is, but that's okay. I'm used to it.
All right. So I've got a flight of 5 samples, a blind that we'll pour up here in just a minute. And boom.
Look at that.
He's got the same samples, I'm told. Now they might be in a different order, but he'll be sipping along and helping us keep things on track. So welcome, Top Jimmy. How you doing?
Thanks for letting me.
There we go.
There he is.
Apparently, if you hit enter, it kicks one of you guys off.
Really, I didn't know it. I got to remember that.
Just found out. Let's say hey to a few of you guys that were in here early. There he is, Roger Reese. Roger, thanks again for putting up the bottle. As you can see, the crawl at the bottom there. That's courtesy of Roger Reese. Got Big Vic coming in to troll Marty right on cue.
Of course.
Right. He doesn't miss. Danny, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Paul P's in the house. What's going on, Paul? How you doing? Scott Bourbon's here. What's going on, Scott? How you doing? JG877 mash now. Marty likes to sweat. I don't think we've got a choice, JG. But we'll roll with it. I gotta say it's pretty cold here in my basement, so there's that. But hey, Marty's taking one for the team. All right, so Marty, I'm going to pour these up, and you've got them A through E.
Yep.
We'll sip through them. I guess what it is, approximate proof, age, what the finish.
Yeah, we'll just go through it. Like it, don't like it. We'll put them in an order at the end.
Okay.
there is a common theme, but there's no way in hell anybody on this planet would guess it. But you'll get a
Okay.
kick at the end. So,
All right. So plot twist at the end, maybe.
yeah, I mean, it's nothing extraordinary, but it's just something that I kind of like this product, and it's been very consistent with different types of expressions that I've had, and I just kind of stick with it just to have them. And so I think you're going to enjoy this. I think I'll give you a hint. I think there's one you might have had before, maybe.
Okay. So might be some new stuff. Cool.
Yeah, everything else should be pretty due for you.
All right. So I think you guys got some of the same bottles I did this week, right? You guys did Marty, did you get the new Riff 10 year as well?
Toby got it for me, actually. It's on its way. He just sent me the
Oh,
link.
so you don't have it yet?
No.
Okay. Mine just showed up yesterday, and I have not cracked it. I know Danny got his yesterday. He cracked it. And,
It might be, I don't know, Tom, what you've got going on a week from now, but that might be a fun thing to crack open some new riffs, do a bottle review on that bottle, maybe compare it to last year's.
I never tried last year's.
Well, tell you what, then between now and next week, if you want to do it, I will get you a sample flight of anything you're missing. And that way you can try last year's bourbon and rye against this year's bourbon and rye. We could throw in there
down
the
to
Red
sift through
Turkey,
some
we
new
could throw
riff.
in
I mean,
the
they're
Silver
not my
Grove.
favorite.
Yeah.
So, all right, excellent. All right, and there's a few things kind of coming up on the horizon that we'll work on. Toby, I know that we've got the hazmat thing from Danny that we'll talk more about.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Let's see. My wife is here. What's up, dear? Tim Cornet is in the house. What's going on, Tim? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Tim.
The theme is Marty Party. I mean, I guess it could
That's
always
right.
be that, right?
Do it.
All
I got your samples out here, Tom. I'm gonna drink some of those after this McBrayer.
So what do you got there? The 250?
No, I've actually got the bourbon pick.
Oh man, I love that one.
Yeah, single barrel. I thought I'd try it with the cigar since Ethan said it was so good with the cigar, and he's right, it is.
That one's kind of been a sleeper. I mean, I would have thought after we did, the final picks online, I would have thought that everybody would have liked it, but they would have gravitated towards the Judge and the Cedarbrook. But that one has been a sneaky favorite for a lot of people.
Out of the off the initial rip of all three, that one's easily my favorite.
And it's sold out online.
Just sold out today, right?
Yeah, it's sold out today. And there's Marty, what did you say? There's 4 left of the Cedarbrook? Yeah.
And Kurt might buy 2 of them tomorrow, so they may be gone tomorrow.
Yeah. So if anybody wants one, they're going to have to reach out to somebody in East Tennessee that can pick it up at one of the stores that has the rest of it.
So all the allocated or all the bottles allocated to the McBrayer online distribution
is gone, minus just a small handful of whatever Cedarbrook may be left. There was 4 left late this morning. Who knows what will be left tomorrow morning, if anything.
All right, so Marty, right away on this sweet oak. Oh my goodness, sweet oak and caramel, real nice nose.
Okay, we're going. Here we go.
So it definitely doesn't have to be something that's craft.
That's one of the newer bottles of this I have.
Okay.
So it's a little bit into the shoulder, so it's right in the wheelhouse. So you should be getting good pour out of this one.
Yeah, it smells real nice.
If you think it's finished, let me know.
I know what's in this flight, but I don't. I no longer, and mine are in the same order as yours, Tom. I just don't remember what that order is anymore because I poured them up this morning. But I can tell you, I don't own any of these, not a single one.
So they're all samples that you have, just random.
Yeah, somebody sent me an extensive sample pack, and these happen to be in it, and it will make sense later when the reveal is done.
All right. So if I'm sipping I'm
sipping the exact same
what it
bottle.
is.
Yep.
What's that?
My A is the same as your A, B,
Okay.
B, C, C, all the way down.
All right. So yeah, the nose, sweet oak. Maybe it's got a little bit of age on it.
Yep.
Like gooey caramel. And then
For
on
sure.
the palate, it's got some heat to it.
This one's definitely sweet, no doubt.
Yeah,
It's not overly sweet.
no, it's not like finished sweet, but
Yeah, I think that proof really, bats that sweetness down a little bit.
Tom, is this your first pour of the day?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm not getting a crazy amount of heat off it, but I had a little control pour. So
All right. And what was your control?
I just some early times bottle and bond.
Okay, so 100 proof.
Yeah.
Does this feel hotter than that? It does to me.
Yes. I mean, I could say 105 is kind of how it's drinking for me right now is 105.
I'd probably go closer to about 110, but yeah, it does stick with me a good bit after the.
I think caramel is spot on. I wouldn't go any darker than that. I wouldn't say butterscotch or anything like that.
No,
I think caramel. Yeah.
That's the dominant note for sure. Maybe bit of vanilla, but it's mostly caramel and oak for me. All right. So Paul says he likes the Old McBrayer over the Cedarbrook as well. I think I would rate them, Paul, the Old McBrayer, Cedarbrook, and then so far, I mean, maybe it's going to open and change a little bit, but for me, the Judge is third, which I was expecting that one to be first, but something about that nose is real weird to me right now. But it was I only had the very first pour.
It's interesting. One other, of our close friends here in the family said the exact same thing. And what the two of you are saying is not what I'm getting off it or anybody else that I know of. But I think it'll be interesting to see when it gets maybe down to the shoulder, what happens.
Yeah. I remember doing the pick, but I don't remember it. It's mostly the nose. I mean, the palate is what I kind of recollect, but the nose is just real funky.
The thing about the Old McBrayer, that's the oldest one by quite a bit. That's at this point when it went into the bottle, it was at 9 years old. So that's at least a year and a half, 2 years older than the others. Yeah.
All right. So good fences make good neighbors, Robert Frost or someone. And that is actually my brother, Rob, who sent me this shirt this week. And I told him I'd wear it on my stream. So, hey, I made good, brother.
Cheers, Rob.
Not a whiskey guy, but I think he saw this and decided to troll me a little bit. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I'm trying to read it while I'm looking at a backwards image, but you kind of get the idea. Things I do in my spare time: drink bourbon, buy bourbon, make a YouTube channel about bourbon. You get the idea.
Love it.
So cheers, Rob. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Side note: I prefer the Judge Batch 5 over the malt. I might be with you. That is
what?
Well, I'll tell you what. No. I had the sample that Toby sent of the 250. I thought the 250 was the best. And if I had
the Judge Batch 5 is good, and
yeah,
that's the thing about the Judge bottles, including the 250th, including our pick, is they're all different. They're not trying to hit the same palate profile with all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all unique for sure.
Now, Paul said that. Paul, did you happen to get a sample of our Judge pick, or are you just preferring Batch 5 over our Old McBrayer and Cedarbrook picks?
All right, so I'm guessing this has a bit of age to it, Toby, this A?
Do you think
I'll
it's
tell you
too
what I'm
sweet?
thinking on this one. I'm thinking it's like a 7 to 9 year bourbon, about 105 to 110 proof. And if it's not something I've had, it's similar to something I've had. So let's say familiar. JG, the jerk has a brother. Yeah, it's got 2 of them, as a matter of fact. All right. Props. Rob sure is perfect. Okay, yeah, my wife likes to troll me too. She said she would have bought this if she had seen it first.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think 7 to 9 is accurate for this. I think it has enough barrel on it to maybe push it up to 9 at the outside, but I wouldn't go any older than that.
Yeah, it's pretty well rounded, I would say. You know what I mean? And so I think
Yep.
there's got to be some age
Yeah.
to it.
It's not crazy complex. It's got
Yeah.
2 or 3 notes to it, and the thing that I'm getting on is I got a little barrel spice that's just light barrel spice. It's just lingering on the finish. That's nice.
I'm not getting a ton of spice. If there is, it's just a kiss. So I was thinking it's either a low rye or maybe even a wheated mash bill. I did try to get the judge pick 2 things to Eric. Usually prefer the old Brayer over that as well. Okay, interesting. JG. Ball buster.
I wonder where Eric got his pick.
Mind you, my palate is trapped. Paul, I like that you've got your opinion and you stick to it, and you don't seem to waver, and I like that. So whether you think your palate is good or bad, stick to your opinion, man. That's what makes this.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Man.
That's what this is all about, though. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I liked a good bit, and that's kind of where I was at with it, Toby.
Yep.
But yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. It's not crazy complex. A couple of notes. It's nice. But it's not going to make you
I don't know.
You're not going to pull it apart for 2 hours while you sip on it.
I'm anxious for you to get to B because.
All right. Well, I'll get to it right now. Eric won a sample of each.
Oh, Eric won a sample of each. Okay, cool.
All right, on to B. Okay, so it's more vanilla toffee.
To me, it's much lighter on the nose than A.
Okay, yeah, a little bit more subtle. In fact, after I go back to sniff it after the initial, it kind of died down.
50.
Yeah, I'll say like faint vanilla.
Faint vanilla, yep, for sure. Like vanilla pudding with bourbon in it.
Old, I gave up worrying about that stuff 30 years ago. My palate is good for me, but not often aligns with many others. Well, you know what? You like what you like,
Man, this is light on the nose, soft on the palate.
Yeah, this one seems a lot lighter, proof-wise.
God,
This is one of my favorites of this group.
What's that?
This is one of my favorites of this group. Yeah, I like this one.
I'll say it's light sweet. The sweetness kind of comes back, after the finish. Like the lingering.
It's light on the finish, though, too.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if this was 100 proof.
That's exactly what I was going to say is yeah,
136.
136, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Cheers, Maureen. How you doing?
Don't do that now.
The regular whiskey pellets.
I mean, this is you don't have to think about it. You just sit out on the porch and just pound this thing. Porch
Yeah,
pounder.
that's
Porch pounder.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that term. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, light. You know, this almost tastes like a honey finish to me. Maybe. I won't rule out that.
oh,
I don't
But if it is,
I
it's
don't
not.
think
over
it's
the
honey
top.
finished. I think well, I don't want to say anymore because I think I know. I think now I know what these first two are, but
Okay.
I'll rule you now.
Well, I'm getting a honey note. If it's not a honey finish,
sure.
it is
And
a little bit.
if that's what I think it is, you should get a honey note off of it. Yeah.
Okay. But it's nice. It's pleasant. And like you said, this is something that you would you know, hang out and sip fireside and not worry about going through the bottle, because it's probably not like a whale or anything like that. It's probably something available, I would guess. Yeah, just a nice, light, pleasant drinker. You said that's one of your favorites of the bunch here, Marty?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just for what you're saying, it's just something like Toby was saying too. You know, you can take on the porch and have 2 or 3 pours and not get slammered, and just enjoy something with a little profile. You know, it's got a smooth little profile to it, and it kind of stays consistent, nose and palate. So it's just kind of something I think it's pretty good.
Do you find that you reach for stuff that's lighter when it's a day like today and it's like, you know, 90 friggin' degrees out?
Yeah, I think I do to start, and then as the night goes on, I may gas it up towards the end for some flavor. Yeah, I do. I think to answer your question, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I
think.
Go ahead.
I think I want something lighter, but then when I'm actually going to pour something, I find that it's probably something I would just normally pour anyway.
see, if I'm drinking for the weather, I'm going, you know, and it's hot, and maybe I'm actually outside in the heat. I'm not drinking whiskey at all. I'm going, you know, a nice chilled white wine or beer. And then, you know, if I'm inside, it doesn't matter because it's air conditioned.
Right.
And so it's going to be whiskey or red wine.
So is there a particular beer that you reach for in the summer, Toby?
Yes.
What's that?
Just yes.
Any of them?
No, look, you know, I don't really drink, you know, the Bud Miller Coors, you know, that kind of stuff anymore. I'm drinking imports or craft. You know, I don't really drink IPAs or double IPAs anymore. I like them. That's just not where I feel like I've had enough of those.
I used to be big on those double IPAs, the easy stuff.
And
I like
now
IPA.
if I'm gonna have a nice juicy burger or big rich steak and I want to have beer with it, then you need an IPA to cut through, you know, that heavy meal or whatever. But for the most part now I'm trying ones that are kind of less common, ambers, red ales, things like that. Craft lagers, you know, just categories that haven't been overdone. I mean, you know,
I think if I'm going to reach for something, it's going to be like a light craft from one of the local places here, or like a German. I do like.
There you go. Yep.
Like the, you know,
love German beer
or lager.
Farfignugan.
What's that?
A Farfignugan beer.
Farfignugan.
Yeah.
Was it Reinheitskaput?
Stop them from flopping. That's how you say bra in German.
My pins.
All right, I'm on 3 or B or C. I'm on C. Charlie.
Damn it.
All right.
All right.
So for B, just to kind of sum up, faint vanilla, real light, nose matches the palate, honey note, possibly honey finished, sub 100 proof is where I'm going.
Gotcha.
Right. A good milk stout. I'll tell you what, Roger, my wife used to love those. I think then she kind of realized maybe the lactose didn't agree with her as much. But boy, yeah, we had some great milk stouts. Hooper's in the house. What's going on, Hooper? Cheers,
buddy.
Man, we had fun on Tuesday
we
night.
did. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, you guys went for a while. I watched, I want to say I watched for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. I didn't realize you were going to go all the way through 2 flights.
Oh, yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart.
That's right.
So what ended up being the consensus favorite of the night between the 2 different flights between you guys?
I can't remember.
I don't
to be
remember.
honest. Yeah, really. That was 2 days ago.
Yeah. I don't remember.
I'm lucky if I remember where I parked.
Well, Hooper will.
Yeah, Hooper.
Dan,
Yeah, I never.
Dan,
Hooper just told us what they were, didn't he, Toby? When we got done, we didn't really.
Dan, put in chat what the favorite was on your blind, because I don't remember.
And which letter it was, because I still have some left.
Yeah.
Sugar Kitty showing off his German. Here you go. Roger says it was a Vic length string. That's funny.
It wasn't.
Wayne Arnold, what's going on? 96 degrees here, and I'm drinking a Mexican lime lager. There you go. Oh, from West 6th.
Oh, that's
that's in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, that's
straight
right down
from
the
you.
street. I don't think I've had their lime lager, but they do one of their core lineup. It's called Cerveza, and it's just a Mexican lager, and it's really well done.
They do a lot, and it's all really well executed. That's probably my favorite beer down in Lexington is West 6th.
Okay, so Hooper said we liked C and Trey's blind, which was toasted light whiskey.
Okay.
Hoop, what was the favorite from the blind you sent Marty and I?
Was it C? Or was that the first one? C was the one that A or C, Toby, me and you liked, or B and I can't remember. Shit.
I don't remember, dude.
Just shut up. I just need to quit talking.
All right, so this is striking me as a rye, Toby.
Really?
Yeah. I for sure it's either rye or high rye bourbon, but
yeah, I'm getting like some minty. I was thinking this might be like 95.5. So maybe like some bubblegum type vibes too. All right, so Paul says the 250th is thick with 3 I's and 3 C's and sweet. I really like the sample I had, so I'm looking forward to cracking it, and then that is in the flight giveaway for this evening.
It's so funny. Roger says folks been saying apple pie, and whether you say apple pie or it's apple something. Apple it's some form of apple. Could be your July 4th grandma's pie. It could be a Hostess, hand pie. It could be, a caramel apple from the fair.
Making me hungry. What you got there, Marty?
This is the
I couldn't read the
This
print.
is the Doc Martinez whiskey tree pick.
Oh, I think you like that. If you haven't tried it.
Yeah, just give it a shot. Thank you, buddy. Ooh. Damn, that's hotter than 2 squirrels in a wool sock. Not really. 112.
I think it's bold. It's I think it drinks higher than its proof.
Okie. Like it. I like it a lot.
And I think that's the Calvados finish.
It is, yeah.
All right. So initially, Toby, I thought this one had some firepower, but after I get through it, it doesn't seem as hot. But it
Which one are you on?
Like it's the spice it's the rye spice that lingers.
Yeah.
There's no hug. None of these have given me a hug. So it can't be more than, normally that doesn't start for me until 115, 120. And so,
that's a good point.
If you told me fuck, I don't know. If you told me 110, 115,
You get
I
on
could
board with
believe
that.
it. I don't think I'd go much over that.
Yeah, that's what I had jotted down. I could feel it starting to try to give me that hug, Toby, but it's just like it's not quite.
Right.
It's like a half-ass hug, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. It's a side hug.
Yeah. All right. My first pour is brown butter is a good note. So brown butter on the 250th, Roger?
I could see brown butter. I think that's the brown butter. I think is a lot why people say pie.
Yeah.
That's the
Track.
component that kind of gives it that doughy note, to apple pie.
All right. Are you on to sample D?
I just picked it up. I haven't even nosed it yet.
Okay. All right. No worries. No rush.
Tom, you guys are all booked for the Blitz?
No. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm still sorting through who might want to go and who doesn't. So you remember last year we had 3 of us.
Right.
I don't think we'll have 3 this year. All right, so D, I'm not getting much on the nose. Maybe like earthy. Yeah, like herbal notes, like tea.
I'm gonna pour this one with you.
All right. JG says he's booked. You know what? I haven't looked at the hotels in that yet, but I will soon. Hey, speaking of, what's going on? Scott, how you doing? What's funny is I think last stream somebody mentioned the Blitz and like Jason was right there. And you mentioned it tonight, and boom, there's Scott. So it's like your ears are ringing. What's going on, Scott? And I saw you guys are going to go through your favorites of 2025 a little bit later. I'll probably catch some of that as well. I'm not sure how long we'll go here tonight. We'll kind of see how it goes, but I think those guys are on at 9-ish.
Yeah, but it's Patreon only.
Patreon only.
Yeah.
I like this one.
But it's going to be a really fun discussion for them to have. They're everybody's favorite pick from theirs last year, because I can
God, I
tell
have to
you that.
look back to see what I got.
Well, I know we all lose track of that, but I can tell you that just from my knee-jerk reaction, I wasn't seeing any of the ones that I would have picked.
Well, they're obviously sampling from all of them. Most of us
Right.
didn't get all of them. So we're each picking from a different pool.
This is really light. Let's see. The other one that was really light on the nose was B, and I do them side by side. They're both really light, but they're both really different.
All right, so D strikes me as an outlier.
Yep.
I mean, the notes I'm getting on D aren't like any of the other 3, so that's kind of throwing me for a loop.
It's a bit viscous.
It is, but again, it's still not giving me that hug.
No hug. Yeah.
It's mouth coating. It's nice. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes. The finish kind of has a little pepper spice on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting that just yet.
I get that. It's kind of it's where you would get an oak or leather note, but that's not there. It's kind of black pepper. Very back palate.
See, if I get the pepper note, it's kind of towards the beginning of the palate, towards the front. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, on the second sip, there's a lot more pepper than there was initially. And it is kind of getting into the chest now, Toby. Baby hug. Paul says you're going to smoke less cigars this year, Jay. Here's what I noticed last year about the Blitz versus the year before. is that the cigar dudes hung out and smoked cigars the whole time, and a lot of them I barely saw. Because I don't smoke cigars. So,
Part of it last year was I had to go in and out because I wanted to smoke a cigar. I didn't want to chain smoke them, but at the same time, it was getting so damn hot in
yeah.
that dining room.
Oh yeah.
That finally, you know, they said
get there.
you can't leave the doors open. I was like, fuck off. I'm kicking the doors open just to get some. I don't care if some smoke or cigar smell comes in. We got to get some cool air in here.
Yeah, I do remember it getting quite a bit hot. Yeah, D. Man, what the heck is that?
I think I kind of
see if I keep getting that pepper, that tells me maybe there's some rye in there, but it doesn't taste like a rye.
No, it's not a rye. There's no way.
It almost feels closer to like a light whiskey, but I don't think it's that either. Maybe.
Roger put in chat earlier something like honey nut whiskios, and you know, I think for maybe it was the first pour and A and D, in a way they both kind of like honey nut whiskios.
See, for me, B was the honey bomb.
B was okay.
Yeah, Paul, and that would have been maybe my one regret is that.
Yeah. I think actually you're right. I think that was on B.
Hey Jay, here's a question for you. You're out in Iowa. Is it hot as balls out there too, or is it somewhat normal? Just curious. Never been out that way. All right, some more oak as I go back to D, Toby.
Yeah, a little bit.
This one's
I think for me the oak, tobacco, leather, you know, it's for me it manifests as kind of black pepper on the very back sides of the palate.
Is there something that you tend to get, or when you get that note, is it something that translates into a consistent type of whiskey?
I don't know what this is. I honestly don't know what this is. I think this is a bourbon. And see, now I've even shifted them. I've shifted them even more. So
I wouldn't be surprised if this is maybe like a cognac finish or something.
It's sweet enough to where, because that's what stays on the palate. It's like the front to mid palate. It just stays sweet. It's not cloyingly sweet, but yeah, I could. You know, the thing about it is the mouthfeel for me makes me think of one that it might be. And if it is, kudos, because it's very well done if it is what I think it is.
Are you on D?
D is in dog.
Okay, that's what I'm sipping with you. I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm thinking maybe like a cognac or a cigar type deal. Yeah, it's far enough removed from like the traditional, like, unfinished bourbon vibes that it tells me there's got to be something different about D.
Just Trey.
What's going on, Quarterback Trey? How you doing? And yeah, proof wise is probably I would guess about 113 to 116, because it's just getting into the chest, Toby, but not like really making me feel it.
I put it a little less than that, but
okay. All right.
Not by much.
Sweeter than cognac could be Calvados.
Ooh.
I just had a couple of different whiskeys that were Calvados within the last few weeks. It doesn't strike me as Calvados. I'm thinking it's more like maybe cognac or possibly like a cigar blend type deal. I cannot stop looking at that fence. Marty, what did you do? What?
Yes, sir.
Are you watching the hockey game there, Marty?
I'm right.
Good for you.
Huh?
I'm not a hockey guy, but I can appreciate the fact that it's Carolina.
I'm so ADHD, man. This is since we moved to Raleigh almost 5 years ago. This is one of the greatest games for me because it doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's nonstop
great.
action. It's like,
God damn, that's Stahl that scored that. That son of a bitch is God.
I want to call Marty out. I'm really happy. As we all get older, we have to really be thinking about how we're aging and how we're protecting ourselves for our kids and everything like that. And the fact that Marty has his life alert hung around his neck that's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
I was
wonderful.
waiting to see where you were going with that.
Peace of
I've
mind.
fallen
for
and I
kids.
can't get up.
Yeah.
I should not make fun of
Yes,
that.
sir.
That's yeah, because yep.
I'm okay. Just bring
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yeah, I'm good. Just bring whiskey.
We
Leave
kid, but
JG at
how
home,
far
but bring
away is
whiskey.
that really?
All right. Have you nosed
All right.
E yet?
Yes,
hold on a minute.
the nose on E is awesome. There's a lot going on here too.
Yeah. So
Like it's very lively. It's you like dark fruits.
I'm getting prune. I'm getting raisin.
Yeah, like
Cat
dark
food.
fruits and like kind of campfire vibes, like maybe like toasted
Yes.
marshmallows.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay,
something
so
with
Paul P.
toasted finish.
Nothing.
Paul P.
yeah.
Here you go. Paul's got a
As
question
far
for
as
you.
the ages go, they're probably relatively similar. I can tell you the 250th was a blend of 5, 6. It was 11 barrels, and it was 5, 6, and 7-year barrels. And it was 11 barrels. I think batch 5 was 12 barrels, so maybe one more, but probably similar in age. Just hang on, guys.
Marty, I think you need to take a picture in front of your fence and send it to.
Hang on, I'll be
JP.
right back, right?
He can't get over that.
Yeah.
All right. So Roger says he loves the raisin and prune notes. I think I do too, but what's interesting is I don't like raisins or prunes.
I like the one you're on, Tom. I'll tell you that one. That's
E, yeah, one. E is very complex compared to I think the other 4. Got a real nice proof point.
Yep.
I mean, I think these all kind of do, Marty. None of them are like, you were kidding earlier when you said 136.2 or something, but
they're all triple digit.
I don't think that anything is upwards of 120, or if it is, it doesn't drink like it.
Right.
I would guess this is somewhere in the mid-teens as well, 115.
Roger, I love raisins. Good. It's good, Roger. Raisins keep you regular.
Same with fruits. Waiting for JG to come up with a joke based on that. Come on, JG, you're slipping. 250 is interesting take, Paul. Yeah, I think that the 250 was a good bit sweeter as well, at least based on the little bit that I tried.
Yeah, the thing that they do with those is they're not chasing a profile. I mean, there's going to be similarities because it's the same mash bill, same distillery, blah, blah, blah. But, they're just picking barrels that they like and doing different blends. And it's more about maintaining a quality level than maintaining a specific profile.
Yeah.
And which is good for them because, every year. And that's why some people prefer 3 over 4 or 4 over 3 or 5 over 3 or the 250th or whatever. Roger, it's way too labor intensive to squeeze all those raisins.
That's deep thoughts with Roger Reese right there.
That's right.
Okay, I have a new favorite.
Are you leaning E?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be my
There's
favorite
so much
too.
going on here.
Yeah, if I go back on my notes and maybe have a quick sip, I think E's probably going to come out on top.
E is delicious.
Hey, what's
I
going
like
on,
it a
DMC?
lot. Hey, David.
DMC.
Always good to see you, man.
Got to hang out with him a bit last week. He joined me for the Jackson Purchase event at the
Oh,
Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville.
I was gonna say, isn't he around Louisville?
Yeah. We met at the Muscle and Burger Bar, had a
That's cool.
cocktail, and then strolled a couple blocks down the street and went to the event. And they did 3 pours. They did the brand new Bottle and Bond from Jackson Purchase, which is not out yet. Then, of course, the second pour was the standard shelfer.
Batch 1.
And then the third pour was the first ever single barrel pick of Jackson Purchase, and it was done for the event.
Oh, who picked it? Just him?
The folks at the Fraser History Museum that was hosting the event and everything. Anyway, it was cool because they had 3 expressions. Every expression they paired something with it, so you had a little bit of nosh, lots of swag that they were giving away, and it was really cool. They had one of the local news anchors from one of the news stations in Louisville that interviewed Craig for an hour, and then he took questions for probably another half hour. And then it was just social time, and everybody was milling around, and Craig was wide open, shaking hands, kissing babies, and that type of thing. So,
hand-picked petals. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
So, hey, Toby. So it seems like Jackson Purchase now that might be a fun place to do a single barrel pick, right?
Yes, it would be. They don't. The thing right now is they're. I've talked to Nicole, Craig's wife, and she's kind of the behind the scenes logistics, person. And they're still working out kind of some of the fine tuning of what they want their barrel pick program to be.
Yeah.
And because they are, she's asked a lot of great questions, and, I'm trying to give the best advice I can. They're located in the very southwest corner of Kentucky, in Hickman, Kentucky. It's kind of, it's not that far from Paducah, which is still a bit off the beaten path in Kentucky. But anyway, so it's kind of out there. It's kind of out in the sticks. But anyway.
Cheers,
hey,
Jeff.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool to do. One, because I think it's it's a new and exciting brand or label, whatever you want to call it. But also, I think you were kind of the one that kind of got us all introduced to that particular, that bottle, and I think we kind of
Hands down, it was.
Right.
It could have been any of us. It just happened to be me that stumbled into a liquor barn one day and
that's what I'm saying.
Saw this bottle, and the thing, I took it home that night. I was like, "Am I wrong? Is this, this is a lot better than I think it should be."
Yeah, and it's a unique profile. I mean, it strikes me as something that's not like everything else. It's got a nice price point, like Silver Springs. It's not quite as expensive, but you know what I mean. Kind of like you're getting into.
It's not as cheap as Silver Springs, but it's still
it's good value.
More affordable than a lot of things, and
yeah,
they have a unique bottle that's unlike any other bottle out there. The distillery's been up and running for quite a while. I think the thing that struck me about it is it drinks older than it's 4.5, 5-year whiskey. It drinks older than that for me, and I think maybe a lot of us. And it's interesting because just recently we've seen Old Terrell popping up on a channel or two. Scott had him on, and somebody else had him on. And Old Terrell is distilled at Jackson Purchase,
Yep.
and it's 8 or 9 year old whiskey, and it drinks older than its 8 or 9 year old. And it's something, something's going on down there in Hickman with the aging.
All right, Paul says Silver Springs. We screwed the pooch on that one. Whiskey Tube screwed us up, hyping how cheap it was, and now they're raising the prices. Go figure. I'll say this. I mean, for what it is, it was always underpriced. I mean, I don't know what they're on shelves for now, but I mean, maybe it's kind of finding its level, Paul, because it seemed artificially low, right? I mean, for what it was, a cask strength rye for whatever the age statement it was at any particular bottle, but it felt a good $15 to $20 lower than it had any right being. So maybe it's just finding its level. Kevin O'Malley, great stream. Does Kevin have a channel, or you just mean he was on Marty's stream or something? He was on your stream the other night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out my second place, Toby. I might like.
I've got my bottom 3 figured out. Now I'm kind of going back and forth on.
So some of these are changing a little bit as I go back. B seems denser.
So let's see, Marty, do we want to talk about Tuesday night? Tom, do you mind if we talk about Tuesday night?
No, Tuesday night. What do you mean? Last Tuesday or next Tuesday?
No, it's upcoming Tuesday.
What's going on?
Go ahead. Let her rip.
So Marty and I got invited to a tasting at Liquor Barn while Marty was here. What was that, April? Something like that, I think,
Yeah,
Marty?
into April.
End of April. Marty was here because we were doing the initial picks of our next barrel pick. And one of the local Liquor Barn store managers said, hey, you guys want to come to the tasting tonight? I'll comp you. And he did, and we showed up. And I didn't have high hopes for it. I just figured it'd be some college kid there pouring. It was for Horse Soldier bourbon. We showed up, and we had one of the owners there. And he is, if you don't know the story, the Horse Soldiers are 12 Green Berets that were the first team into Afghanistan after 9/11. And they rode on horseback, and they were made famous by the movie 12 Strong, starring Chris Hemsworth. And the gentleman that we met, his name is Mark. Mark was portrayed by Chris Hemsworth in the movie. He was the commander of that Green Beret 18.
I don't know if my website is like Chris Hemsworth #1 fan.
Yeah. So it was really interesting because he was there to talk bourbon and service, and it wound up being probably 60 to 70% him talking about service, and and then people asking about bourbon, because when you have somebody that's experienced what it means to be on the bleeding edge of our armed forces, that's the very definition of service. And so a lot of people were asking really good questions about that. And he clearly sees, world politics from a much more informed perspective than most of us do. There you go. That's going to be our stream. That is him. That is Mark. That is him. That's him as a picture actually taken in Afghanistan that Marty is, artfully rendered here.
I know I've tried at least one Horse Soldier that was really good. Now, where are they? They're sourcing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember where some of their stuff was from, but whatever it was that I had, I thought was really good.
He'll be. We won't. I'll let him talk about that.
Sure.
So he'll be on Tuesday night. We'll be talking Horse Soldier. We'll be talking service. Anything he wants to get into. Now the distillery, tasting room, and restaurant will be opening on July 3rd in Somerset, Kentucky. That will be one of the focal points of the discussion. Is Horse Soldier is putting their foot down in Central Kentucky in a big way, or I should say, putting their boot down in Kentucky in a big way. Yeah.
So that sounds interesting. Yeah, I'll look forward to that. All right, Paul says Barton for their 10-year picks. All right, so Toby, I was just, as you were kind of walking us through that, I think I made my ranking here as far as favorite to least favorite, and then I don't know how you want to do this. Maybe did you happen to make a 1 through 5 favorite to least?
Yeah, but if we're going to reveal it, let's maybe go from least.
Okay, so I don't think I disliked any of these. I thought they were all good. But as far as something's got to be last, right?
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask a couple questions. Okay. Do you think any of them are finished?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
Okay. Toby?
That's not fair.
Okay, well that's fine. This is for Tom.
That's
fine. We'll let Tom do it. And then you can chime in. I got you.
I'll just tell you that he's correct.
He is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Do you think any of them are just straight up rye?
Yeah.
How many?
1.
Okay. Do you think any of them are straight up a wheated bourbon?
Probably.
That's okay. That's okay. And out of all of them that you tasted, do you have one that you think might be the most expensive?
Oh, I could wager a guess. I would think it's between D and E would be the most expensive.
Okay. That's a good call. What else do I have? I think that's about it. So let's start with we'll let Tom go first, Toby, then you can go second. That way it's not giving away.
Fine.
So let's go with your least favorite, Tom.
I think for my least favorite, I'll go with C. And and again, it was fine. I liked it. It's fine. But in terms of, stacking it up against the other 4, I think C was my least favorite. It struck me as a rye immediately. A little bit of mintiness to it. I had written down it was hot up front, but then it kind of cooled down as I sipped it a little bit. Proof was maybe 110 to 115. And it did strike me as possibly a 95.5 because I got some of that bubblegum note to it as well. So that was my least favorite, but didn't dislike it at all.
Are you with him on that, Toby? Was that your least
favorite?
But
you should do the reveal.
I will.
The reveal by Tom's lineup because his is completely blind.
Okay, so I think you basically just flat out nailed it, Tom. I'll just tell you this: the proof is 112.5.
Right in the middle.
You're right in the middle, and you said 95.5 rye.
Yeah.
So you absolutely killed it. That is the Seal Box 7-year cast strength rye whiskey.
Nice. Okay.
And it's got nice color. It's good, but you got to like minty rye for this to be in your wheelhouse. So
whose distillate is that?
That's MGP. It's all day.
Okay.
95.5 MGP.
95.5.
Distilled in Indiana, and bottled in Jacksonville. So that's it right there.
Okay. So 95.5 MGP.
Yep.
Kind of like we figured. Again, nothing wrong with it at all. It's a fine 7-year cast strength rye.
Hang on just a second. That thing is $70.
That tracks for 7 years, right?
Yep. A little bit of, it's 112. It's a 7-year, 6-month Indiana 95.5. The bottle count was only 586. So that blend was literally kind of small.
Okay.
But yeah, you nailed it. That's a great one.
It doesn't surprise me though, because I feel like Tom you know, and I think I'm warming to them more. I think Tom doesn't gravitate as much to Rise as a lot of folks do.
I think there's a certain type of rye that I don't love, and I guess I'll leave it at that because I'll drink the heck out of them. But if I get that minty vibe, it's not my favorite.
See,
unless it's just
that's
the most subtle
oh,
note. When I get the mint, to me, it's just immediately okay. I like the rye where it's more spice, more maybe earthy, perhaps, I guess. But when I get the mintiness, it's just not my favorite note.
See, that's of those notes which people can call out on Rise.
Cheers,
herbal dill, and mint. And technically mint is herbal, but I think of mint as not. That's the one note that, as long as it's not overdone, I'm okay with there being a little mint on it. I will not. Dill, nope. Any other herbs, nope.
Like if it's like a minty, like a creamy mint, like mint ice cream, I can deal. You know, there's some that I get that note. It's fine. It just can't be like the dominant note. And if it's really pronounced, I mean, again, it's not like I hate it. It's just not my favorite.
Okay, understood.
That's why people think they don't like Rise. The 95.5 influence. Yeah. So there you go, Jeff. I mean, that's probably a pretty accurate statement.
Got to have some age to it for it to be that. I mean, a little bit better. I agree.
Yeah, you got to bury that mint for me, or or make it part of the bouquet on the palate, and not like the dominant note. Dave Vogelson's in that. What's going on, Dave? How you doing?
Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave. All right, so that was my fifth place, Marty. And then I think, again, just because the other ones I liked better, by process of elimination, I had A in fourth.
Okay.
And as far as what it was, I think Toby and I were kind of on the same page on this one. Sweet oak, a little proofy, perhaps initially, but after we sipped through it, maybe we agreed that it was probably only at about 110. 7 to 9, unfinished bourbon. Seemed familiar.
Hang on, I'm trying to get
kind of where you're at, Toby. If I remember, I think.
Marty, I know which one it is.
Okay, this is a blend of 45-55, 7-year 9 months, 5-year 4 months, 99.1 corn malted barley, and 74-21-4 corn rye malted barley. The proof on it is 116.2 proof.
Okay, so drinks a little lighter.
Yeah, this is a blend basically of straight bourbon whiskeys of barrel number 2, and this is bottle 328. This is the seal box blend of straight bourbon whiskey. Sorry, don't have the best camera out here.
Okay, so what are the ages again, Marty?
The ages again, it was 7-year 9 months, 5-year 4 months. So there's some 7 and almost 7 and 5. So
I think,
in Indiana, sorry, that's the one I was.
The older stuff kind of maybe made it shine a little bit more. So I don't know if that was that the 55 portion, or was probably that
a little bit older.
Okay, all right. So again, nothing wrong with that one.
No.
All right. So then the first 3, they were all pretty darn close, I think. I think I've got a consensus 1, 2, and 3 were pretty darn close. For third place, I had D. And that was the one that I had notes that it was, we talked about it having pepper. It definitely seemed like an outlier. I wrote baby hug, so it had a little bit of that Kentucky hug, but not like a full on. So proof maybe 113 to 116. That was the one I mentioned. Maybe it was cognac or like a cigar blend.
Okay.
So that was definitely one that struck me as is finished.
Okay. You had you were correct on the finish, but when I tell you what it is, you're going to want to taste it immediately again because you're going to say there's no damn way.
Don't tell me it's Amberana.
No, it's not. It's not cognac. It's not Armagnac. It's not port. It's not a wine finish. So this proof, go ahead.
So I think the biggest tip off is the mouth feel.
Yep.
The fact that it's more viscous and mouth coating, almost like you've been kind of like sucking on some kind of hard candy type thing.
That's a good call.
Yeah. And
so go ahead, Toby.
No, that was kind of, you know, I knew this was in the flight. I just didn't know where, and it was kind of a tip off for me. I think this is very well done for a finish that I already kind of gravitate away from, you know, sweet finishes, but this is really well done.
The proof, I may have said it, is 111.5.
Okay, so a little. I was guessing a little higher, but not by too much.
And this is a honey barrel finish.
Okay, all right. I think it was because we were talking about Honey Nut Cheerio, but I wrote down that one had a Honey Nut Cheerio vibe to it, but I thought that was different enough that it had to be finished. But yeah,
and the honey does not. You have to if you have to literally dig to get that honey barrel out of this.
It's so okay. It's not very honey forward.
I don't think so either at all. No, and it kind of got the light color to prove it. You know, it's still light.
The honey is on the back set. It's not. It's not like that Green River. I don't know if you guys have tried that yet.
No.
That's just like honey. Yeah, this has it's a very faint, subtle honey finish. I like that. That's good. Is that a pricey bottle, Marty?
No, it's not on here anymore. I think they've sold it out. I was trying to find it. The last, I don't know why it's not on their site. The last one was, I think, 69. Yeah, 69.99.
Okay, that's not bad. All right. So then my top two, my runner-up I had as B, which was nice and light. That was the one that I thought was probably honey finished. I wrote faint vanilla, real light, sweet, honey, graham cracker, maybe 100 at most.
Stick with the graham cracker. That's what got you where you needed to be on this one. So
I didn't. That's a great one. Graham cracker is a great call out on this one. Yeah.
Yep. This baby is 107 proof.
Oh, wow.
It's their 6th batch of this, and this is the seal box weeded.
Really? No kidding. Yeah,
okay, so that's B. All right. Just for
I wonder how that one would do in a blind with other weeded bourbons, because it's
I don't know if it's got the spice.
What's the proof on that again?
107. Is that what I said?
So I wonder how you do that one head to head with the Weller 107.
Good call.
And like the Bardstown 107 or something. You know what I mean? Like it seems right in that wheelhouse. Like it might do pretty good. And where is that? Where's that one from?
I'm trying to get it to come up. It's
okay.
Funky Cole Medina on me here. Okay, that one's $49.99, and it is a 70-21-9 corn wheat malted barley, a blend of 7 and 5 year. So pretty good.
A pretty good price point.
Yep, non-chilled Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So
is it
might be Green River or Bardstown.
Huh. Yeah, I have got that as my runner-up, and it's a $50 bottle. Is it pretty widely available?
Yep. It's pretty new. I think they've had it out for maybe a month and a half. So,
I mean, get a bottle of that, put it on your deck.
yep.
All right. So then I had E as the number one. That one was the most complex. A lot going on. I'm trying to read my writing as far as my notes.
So, I said
Dark,
earlier,
fruity, campfire, marshmallow, 115 proof. Yeah, I really like that one. Nice complexity. Just kind of a little bit of everything that I like.
this one you've had before, very, very recently.
Okay.
So this one is 118.6 proof. It is the age is a blend of 10-year 3 months, 7-year 8 months, and 5-year 3 months. So it's got 10-year in it. Let me show you the bottle because there's a whole lot going on.
Ooh. So that's the cigar blend.
That's the cigar humidor blend.
That's good.
And that one is it's crazy. Spanish oak, cognac. The 7 years unfinished, then you got another 7-year cognac and a 7-year Amburana. It's just 2%. That's why the Amburana is kind of.
Yeah, it's buried in there.
But yeah, and this is $99.
That's I mean, as far as cigar batches go, I mean, that's about the going rate, right? I mean,
yep.
Relative
Hawk brought that bottle to the Blitz last year and cracked it for a few of us, and I thought it was fantastic. And I reached out to Blake, and he's like, "Yeah, you got to try this." And yeah, it's fantastic.
Is that one still up? Are these? Well,
here, yeah, it's
the first thing I'll tell you is so the theme obviously was these are all seal box.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. And you had Blake on not that long ago.
Yep.
So I can kind of see where you were going.
It's still available. You can send it here.
Well, I mean, as far as their if you go to their site, you try to order. There are states that they don't ship to. In Michigan happens to be one. So I
send it to me,
follow
man.
them terribly closely. But yeah, they definitely put some great blends together or some great labels together where they're sourcing these barrels from. I mean,
well, the price point too is what really got me interested in their barrel picks and stuff like that. And then when we had Blake on and we're talking to him, and the team he has set up they're just really good and consistent, I think. And when me and Toby went through this stuff with him, I guess 2 or 3 weeks ago, and everything we were talking about from price to notes and stuff, he was right there agreeing with us. So it just gave me a little more confidence in looking at their stuff in the future. And I think Dave Vogel saying, I think maybe Randall did, and I think Roger maybe all bought that bottle that night. And I think everybody's been pretty. JG, I don't think was crazy about it, but yeah, I mean, it's just
really good, and it's not like there's two. Cigar blends are tricky because it's a blend of different finishes usually, right? And so there's a lot of moving parts, and they don't necessarily jive with one another. They can kind of fight each other a little bit. This is a nice. They all kind of work in harmony. So this is really good, man.
Good.
Katie Turk, what's going on? How you doing, Katie?
Hey, Katie.
I used to do work around what I was told no longer. Yeah, Mark, for a minute they shipped to Michigan, but it's been a minute since they have probably about the last 2 years. So I tend not to pay that much attention to their press or their emails that go out because I can't get it. But I guess I'll have to pay more attention if it's something that I really like or sounds interesting. I'll have to do the Underground Railroad like we do, huh?
The Underground Railroad. I love that.
I mean, it's not as important or as, but it's similar.
Of all of the online, even including Shared Pour, which handles a lot of the picks for, Dusty's Whiskey Friends and My Bourbon Journey or whatever. What is it? Mash and Journey. I still have probably bought more from Seal Box than whether it's, the rare pick that goes through there or just some of the really interesting bottles that they source. And I don't own a single seal box bottle. So that's why I
I
was
don't
really,
either, Toby. I know, and I've got a lot more bottles than I thought I did because I kind of did a tally recently. I don't have
Me
a
too.
single one on my shelf. Yeah, and here you go, Jeff. 25% of our community is Midwest. Sealbox doesn't ship to Michigan or Kentucky. I mean, those are pretty big
Oh my
markets,
gosh,
right?
for a damn thing.
I know someone.
Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about these groups, right? But if you don't, then and then there's Richie, Bourbon Outfitter too. Bourbon Outfitter doesn't ship to Kentucky of all places, so
Nope.
that's weird. So we're doing that the Evernorth picks with Brandon, and he's like, "Dude, there's so many of my Patreon members that are in Kentucky. What do I do?" So we kind of had to figure out how we wanted to attack that, and I think we got it figured out. But so speaking of Evernorth, again, one of the giveaways is a flight. The two newest releases from Evernorth are going to be in that flight: Spirit Walker 5, Exodus 4. I did get to taste these before they went in the bottles, and they were fantastic. So I'm curious to see how they turned out. And we've got the new Riff 10, which is probably one of my most anticipated bottles of the year, if I'm being honest, because I know I'm not going to
Cool.
get Stag or the BTAC stuff, but as far as stuff that is somewhat attainable, this was at the top of my list. And then the McBrayer 250. So here's a flight of 4. I mean, these are some kick-ass bottles, probably some of the best stuff I'm going to taste this year. Let's see. Shared Pour and Mash Networks ship here in Michigan. Yes, they do. No one ships to Tennessee. Is that right? So when you order, what are you going to do? You ship in Kentucky or somewhere?
Bourbon Direct ships to Tennessee.
I'll be right back.
Bourbon Direct is
back.
McBrayer, right? There's only like 2 they don't ship to.
Right. Well, there's 3: Hawaii, Alaska, and Utah.
All right, so throw out the non-continental U.S. as well as
and Utah.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out their liquor laws. They've got like their beer has to be less than a certain percentage. I can only imagine what the liquor laws are there. It's bizarre. I'll tell you what, guys. The giveaways tonight, in addition to the flight, which is kick-ass, there's a bottle, and odds are still pretty good if I'm looking at the entries here. And you guys can see from the crawl at the bottom, the bottle giveaway is the single barrel pick that we did real early this year. Toby was actually on that pick with us, of the new Riff 6-year malted rye single barrel. And we were, I think officially we were the second group to pick. I'm pretty sure we were the first one to get a bottle out. I don't think I've seen the other ones.
Correct.
And then Sealbox was, I think, first, right?
Correct.
And I haven't seen their pick. I know Bash and Journey did theirs a couple of weeks after we did ours. Theirs hasn't come out yet. So if you guys want to taste how good the new Riff 6-year malted rye is, it's fantastic.
I've had 4 or 5 of the malted rye, and that's not my wheelhouse. And the, what is it? Jerk Weather pick is several steps ahead of the rest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeff says Sealbox dropped months ago. It's very, very good. I did not see that. I know Jeff did a video a while back comparing a couple of those single barrel picks, and I thought one of them was like an in-house deal, but maybe it was Sealbox or something. Scripting bourbon, cheers, sir. What's the scripting bourbon? I shipped the TN. There you go. Dave Vogel saying, picking up the slack. Diamond Dave, love it. Miracle Martinez, y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Hey, you too, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us
Cheers,
for a
buddy.
bit. All right. So yeah, that E was yeah, that's a banger, Marty.
Good.
Here you go. Greg E chiming in. 6-year jerk weather is outstanding. Cheers, Greg. The distillery was my least favorite. Well, hey, they didn't have us YouTube pros picking the barrel. Yeah, boy, that was a fun time, right, Toby?
Oh, that was a blast.
Yeah, you know, I can't believe it was already 6 months ago. This year's just flying by.
It was cold, man.
It was cold, but you know what? I was impressed at how they took care of us.
For sure.
We did the quick tour, fine, you know, the obligatory, you know, here's what we do. You know, bust us over to the rick house. You know, we got to see all the various you know, rick houses, and then where they had the setup for the barrel pick was really cool. And you know, we posted some videos a while back, just kind of walking through it, but it's an experience. You know, I've done a handful of these at this point, and it's on the higher end of the scale in terms of how they roll out the red carpet. So just cool shit.
It's the building they have, which is they call their West Campus, was originally like the trolley terminus or the trolley yard for the you know, all of the trolleys or streetcars or whatever you want to call them in northern Kentucky. And so it's this old building with a ton of history, and they've done a great job repurposing it as
and it kind of incorporating some of those older elements too, right? I mean, it was just really cool. And you know, Jeff says, plus we got to play Frogger from the Party Source at the Mexican restaurant. Yeah, that part of the experience isn't lost on us either. That was awesome, and getting to hang out with Jeff.
You know, and if you go on a pick with New Riff, when you go to the West Campus, by walking in the front door, you already get access to purchase bottles that are no longer available online or in the gift shop. And then when you come back to East Campus, the main distillery, you get to go in the vault and you get access to bottles that are no longer available in the gift shop, at the other place, or anywhere.
And they were like the most obscure one-offs.
Kind of,
Bourbon Dan, what's going on, buddy? Better late than never. Hey, we'll allow it. Richie asks, is food usually catered in after the barrel picking? I would say no.
Well, so the end of the pick,
they had like snack plates or like charcuterie or something. But
they took us up to Aquifer. Everybody got a cocktail. They put down you know, snacks, I guess. Yes.
Light snacks.
Yeah. And you know, because we hadn't had enough whiskey, everybody follows up the cocktail with, you know, pours from the bar and stuff like that. So
but no, actually New Riff put out the charcuterie or real super light snacks. I'm trying to think of the other places I've done picks. You know what? Traverse City Whiskey Company, when we did that pick last summer, they actually took orders from us, like lunch orders from us ahead of time. And then they catered in like sandwiches from this like gourmet sandwich shop in town. Nice. So that was really cool. We did Larrikin. Larrikin didn't have any food, right? Evernorth doesn't have any food. I'm trying to think of some of the other places I've done picks. But no, I think, Richie, I think that's not really common, at least from my experience so far. Jeffrey Wack, did you get a backbone at the Forge at Forties? There you go. I saw Bourbon Dan won something on somebody's stream the other night, so he's in the mix. Starlight had food. You know, I have not been to Starlight, Gandy.
I have.
Elkwood took us to lunch, and Green River also. Okay, so yeah, I guess some of these bigger places, Mike, what is Elkwood? Is Green River or no?
Owensboro.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it depends, but yeah, for the most part, my experience has been no. Jack Daniels takes you to lunch. Okay, all right. So Jeff Wack would be the one to ask. He's probably done more picks than most of us. All right, what are you stepping on there, Marty? Did you get through any of those other samples I sent you?
Yeah, I'm going through the which one is it now? The King's Family Toasted Agave finish. Very good.
Do you like that one?
I do.
I think Travis sent that to me,
I'd say so.
and I didn't hate it. You know, I'm not one of these guys that hates tequila finishes, so I went into that with a pretty open mind. But that being said, it wasn't my favorite, but it's interesting.
It's not bad.
Right. Old Glory gave us all lunch at the great. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if it's a place that actually has food, that would probably be a pretty good indicator they're going to feed you. But interestingly, let me back up. Because we went to New Holland, and they have a big restaurant, and they didn't. I mean, they didn't feed us per se. We hung out, did the pick, and then we actually went to one of their other locations and ate. But it wasn't. It was because we decided we wanted to go there. It wasn't because they were hooking us up or anything. Old Glory has the best line. Yeah, Old Glory seems like one of those brands that's gonna, that I mean, it kind of already is kind of blowing up this year.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see some of these picks that you guys have all done. I came home with a couple of bottles last year from the Blitz. I like the Tennessee whiskey a lot. The Bourbon's good, but I really like their Tennessee whiskey.
Is there Tennessee pot stilled? I think.
You know what? I killed it, Marty, so it's gone. I don't know. Didn't strike me as pot still, but I don't know.
I don't remember. I know that one mash bill is pot still, the other one's column still, and forget which is which. I'm surprised Matt Carter's not in chat right now.
All right, so I'm looking at the entries, and I'll start building the wheel here in just a moment. Guys, I mean, there's a banger bottle and a banger flight. Odds are still real good. I'm going to crack this Night Stalker.
Do it.
Just because
so I'm gonna do a little
wet my whistle. Unless Marty doesn't have the new Riv 10, so I don't want to open that.
That's okay.
I could go to the 250 if you guys want to have a light pour of that. Marty, you got the 250 handy?
It's upstairs. I can go get it.
No, but you guys go ahead, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put.
What do you got?
I'm going to put the Jackson Purchase that we all know and love up against the Jackson Purchase single barrel.
Do you have a Jackson Purchase handy, Mandy? Handy
No,
Marty?
It's in storage.
Storage? What does that mean?
I'm moving. We're getting ready to move here in July, end of July.
Are you really?
I've got 3/4 of my bottles in storage.
Are you moving out of state or just?
No. We're moving back into Raleigh. We're too far away. And then Jenny's got a new job in Cary, and takes her an hour to get home from work because of traffic. So we're going to move closer.
Because you haven't been where you're at for terribly long, right?
2 years, a little over 2 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
I'd say
we've been in Raleigh almost 5.
After I met you is when you moved the first time, so it's been a couple of years, eh? Shit. Yeah, we've been here at this current house for 9 years, and Tyler is finishing college here. My youngest has 2 more years of high school, and then after that, we'll probably move somewhere. We haven't really figured that out, but it's like it's kind of like this house is too big for what we need. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
But then you get the whole, like, the interest rates here on the mortgages. If I want to sell, I get out of my 3%, I get into a 7. I don't want that.
Oh, 3%. That's crazy. Let's screw
Well,
with that.
it's been a minute, but yeah, I think we're at like 3.2 or something. All right,
Fragger.
so Night Stalker 5 in the Lodo. I still haven't figured out, how to pour it into this particular glass because it's so big.
That's what she said.
I think this is probably about an ounce, but I don't know.
What we like to say in Legends of the Oak is it's not wide. That's just girth.
It's it's not deep, but it's wide.
Yeah,
It's actually deep and wide. This is like what you would drink like a barrel-aged stout out of.
Unfortunately, our buddy's not in chat tonight, I don't think. Otherwise, he'd be getting a kick out of girth.
yeah, he would.
Hey, where's Rob? He's usually in here. Hey, Toby. Well, while you're back there, I'm noticing. Did you put together like some elaborate backlighting in that
Yeah,
shelving?
Sponsored by Lowe's. Sorry, say that one more time.
What did you do for your backlighting there on your shelving?
And thank God I've got kids that like to help. My daughter helped me with all the bottles, and my son helped me with the lighting. And all I did is I went to Lowe's and I bought some strip LED lighting, and these things are so smart that there's no color.
Really inexpensive.
It's different shades of white. Okay. And this is the lowest setting. This is night light mode. And so it looks way brighter on camera than it does when you're actually sitting here in the room. And so anyway, you can adjust the levels of brightness and everything, but it does all sorts of Vegas shit too, where it'll blink and
yeah, we've got these here, but they do all kinds of goofy shit. I don't do it, but
and the funny thing is, it's 5 different strings, but when you click for it to blink or for it to do whatever, within like 2 or 3 seconds, they all sync up, even though they're all separate strings. And it's like, how are they doing that?
See these? There's like 2 different sets of lights.
Yeah.
And you can change. I change the colors from time to time. Like, I don't know, what do we got here? Green or something?
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah, there you go. I don't have color.
It's not like super intense. Like, but oh wow, yeah. See, mine don't get much brighter than this, but it's just a real small space.
Yeah.
I've got the same lighting throughout my shelving, which is kind of cool in the dark, but it's still not that intense. I can see enough to see the bottles, but you can see every detail in the bottles there. So that's a nice setup. I like it. That's cool.
If you give them enough time, they actually all sync up. But
yeah, you're gonna give me a stroke with the stroke.
I know. So here, there we go. All right. So enough of that shit. All right, we'll do that, and then we'll go here.
All right, Wayne Arnold said, smack dab in the middle of it, poured this 2026 Old Forester 117 rye and it rocks. My favorite rye this year. Hey, you know what I'm noticing when I was on, scrolling through videos is that, some channels are putting out their best of first half of 2026. We're already halfway through the freaking year.
I know it, man.
It's wild, right? There he is. Very late to the show. Unpacking. Cheers, Randall.
Randall the Express Erickson. First time YouTuber, I think.
Up the seaboard there, right? He said he was up in New England.
What?
Oh my God! How did he miss that?
What? How's the game going, Marty?
It's tied 1-1 in 10 minutes, halfway through the second period. Carolina power play, and they just blew one at the net.
Do you see a possibility that this series doesn't go 7?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
You think it's going to go less than 7?
I hope.
Okay. I feel like that series is going 7. And I don't know shit about hockey. I have a feeling just kind of watching the results and the highlights that it's going 7.
They're saying that this, I mean, I don't know shit still or history, but there's what the commentators and stuff have said is like this is one of the best Stanley Cups they've ever seen.
Yeah,
whatever that
that's
means.
kind of the vibe I'm getting too. Is like the matchups are so even, the talent's so even, and it's definitely the 2 best teams. You know, we were spoiled for the longest time here in Detroit with the Red Wings, and now we're in the downside of that.
Call another one.
Matt Carter, I'm late, but I'm also at dinner. I'll be
There
home
he
in
is.
about.
Hell yeah, add to
Cheers,
the power
Matt.
play, bitches.
Matt
Go
Carter.
sit with your buddy, McNabb.
All right, so the question, Matt Carter, the question was, is it which of the 2 mash bills, is it the Tennessee whiskey or the Tennessee bourbon? Which one is pot stilled versus which one is column stilled?
Drum roll, please.
Do, 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 do.
So the one I've got left is a Tennessee bourbon.
Okay.
The other one I had was a Tennessee whiskey, I think.
I don't know if DMC, if David DMC is still in chat, but David, I'm doing the Shelfer Jackson purchase up against the single barrel.
Are they pretty consistent, or can you notice a difference?
On the nose, yes. But if from what I remember the other night, one of them is clearly better on the palate. Let's see.
All right. I'll tell you what. Well, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to kind of build up this wheel.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
So give me a hot minute.
Everything under 550 is pot, and everything above is column. There are a few pot barrels in the mix after. Okay.
Good question. Everything under barrel 550 is pot. Everything above is column. A few pot barrels in the mix after, but not. Okay. So, Matt, if I understand, it doesn't matter what the mash bill is. It's more the older stuff is pot stilled. The newer stuff is column stilled. Ah, David is still in chat. Nice.
So we got a pretty good amount of late entries here, guys. Odds are still pretty good. Odds are still pretty good.
Okay, look at that.
Dave Vogelsang. Thanks everybody for getting in.
Yeah, man.
Thanks again to Roger for
You got that right.
putting up the bottle tonight. Have you guys gone back to that Jerkweather pick lately?
I haven't in a while.
I have not.
I love it though.
See, I kept a few, so I've been pretty liberal with it.
Good.
And I love it, man. I'll tell you what.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Nice job, dude. Stretching the call.
Are those your dog tags making that noise? I'm trying to figure
I
out.
got it on a damn cheap ass chain. I'm sorry. So it'll be. I don't like clipping it to my shirt because I'm fat.
That's his Austin Powers necklace.
It's from my leftover Ozzy costume from Halloween.
Marty, I got you in here 2 different times.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, so Matt Carter says all Vendome. All right.
Tim Cornet, I got your entries.
Tim C, go Lions.
All right, I think I got everybody. All right, we'll leave that open for a little bit. All right, I got everybody entered. So Isaac loaded me up with samples. He's such a generous guy. Yeah, I mean, dude, Lance is always putting up bottles and flights, and yeah, dude. I mean, that guy's awesome.
Send Lance a name. I forgot all about that. I'll do that.
Right. Paul asked, "Did you get my 2 event?" Yeah, Paul, I got you, buddy. What happens is I'm watching my email, which gets the notification of the PayPals and the Venmos. So I've got everybody in that's put in, including you, Paul. So yeah, I got you, buddy. Let's see. So Danny says, I guess you don't know what Danny's all glory about. I bought 2 Tennessee whiskey single barrels. Are those pots still? Did you guys already answer that or not? Danny was the one I sent. You know how Travis was doing Old Glory at the Blitz?
Yeah.
So he gave me like the remnants of this bottle and another one. And this is a Tennessee bourbon. The other was a Tennessee whiskey. And Tennessee whiskey I thought was just phenomenal. So I gave Danny a sample of, I think, just Tennessee whiskey. And he's like, dude, this is just insane. So he's been, kind of perusing their site. And I think the other night he just pulled the trigger on a couple of bottles. Danny, I don't know what you grabbed, but we currently have a pot still Tennessee whiskey, a pot bourbon, and a 1-column Tennessee whiskey. So I'll tell you what, I mean, Danny, none of the stuff that I've had is subpar. It's all good. It's just is there room for Victoria reading your text?
Yeah, I was going to say, check your text, dude.
No, why don't we just leave it? We'll save it. How's that sound?
Hey, you're the boss.
Yeah, save it for another one.
All right.
I appreciate that, but I was just looking at that. I'm like, you know what? Let's. I think a lot of people are probably on the Mash and Journey thing, which is cool. I mean, I saw it. I probably would have checked it out if I wasn't streaming. That's tough. I want to say both. So yeah, I think in terms of brands that are getting a lot of traction this year, in terms of like my mind and my friends, yeah, Old Glory seems to be one that everybody is in love with.
I got that double oaked and it put it over the top for me.
Dude, I'll tell you what, when we went to do our barrel picks at Evernorth last month, the bourbon junkies, they get all their stuff sent to the Evernorth. There was a bottle of that double oaked Old Glory, and Brandon's like, have you ever heard of this? I'm like, oh my God, I heard, I bet you that's fantastic. We didn't touch it because they hadn't, got a chance to review it yet. But I saw it on the bar, and it's like, oh man, I want that. You've been on this big screen all night, but felt wrong not to pop on and say, hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy?
Gary Franchi.
Left the fucking pot.
Always good to hear from Gary. We heard from Maureen, but not Gary. So cheers, Gary.
Wait, Bussy.
Felt wrong not to pop in and say howdy. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, well, according to there he is. Look at that, man. Buffy Daniels in the house.
DD.
All right. So Danny says with barrel 649 Tennessee whiskey. Matt Carter, if you know what that might be. I'll tell you what, this Night Stalker is fucking good, dude. I'll tell you what's in this one. I will not tell you what's in this one because the print is too small and I don't have my glasses down here. It's all bourbon. It's probably available on the Evernorth site or the Bourbon Junkie site, but the font is like, if I was 30, I could read it, but I'm not. I'm much older. Can't tell you what's in it. Good stuff, probably. Love Night Stalker 5. Local say, how are you getting Night Stalker 5 before I am? Dave gets all the good shit.
He's got a guy.
He's probably got a lot of guys.
Yes.
That guy's the hookup, man.
I didn't mean it to sound like that, but you know what I mean. Vogelsang's connected. He's one of the dudes.
And
He
he'll
is.
share every
He's
bit of
part of
it.
that Underground Railroad.
And he'll share every bit of it.
The underground. I love that. I got to start using that.
So I love pot still after 8 years. It smooths the starches and tannins, allowing them on grain distillation to sign. All right, there you go, Wayne. Oh, look at this. Special delivery.
Ah,
That's good.
there you go. Hey, Tom, it's
All right. Now I'll
it's
read it. Oh my God, it's still hard to read.
Yeah.
I think it says 8-year Green River, 12-year MGP. God, it's 5-year non-disclosed, and then 10-year Barton. So pretty wild mix here. But Night Stalker is all bourbon blends, where Exodus is all raw.
Yeah. Great
Marty's
pass.
fired up.
Sorry. I apologize, guys.
No, man. We're good. You're amongst friends. The Exodus
No
Ride
lead is great enough
amazing.
in
That
this
was a lot
series.
better than Night Stalker, which is really good. That's how I remember it when we tasted it, Danny. But this Night Stalker is pretty friggin' good, dude. Andy says Exodus is my jam. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how the guys can go from just doing a YouTube channel to blending whiskey and it being so good. Like, what are the chances that they had any idea what they were doing? You know what I mean?
Sounds a lot like us.
Probably from a
Yeah, I
business
mean, it would be like the
perspective,
equivalent of us,
probably-
like going in and just blending shit, and it's like phenomenal. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are the chances
from-
that would really happen?
It from a business perspective, probably zero. It was more
Right.
that they had a talent for blending, and just like Jason does, and just like Matt does. So Matt
It's like they
Porter.
know what tastes good, and how do you get there? I guess is the science and the talent. But I've got a lot of Evernorth bottles on my shelf here, like a lot.
We can see.
This is just like a fraction of it. Toby, there's probably about 60 that I've got.
Well, and, and Dan has actually said that the screened in porch on his triple wide is called the Tom Hensel, screened in porch, so.
Sorry.
But how they've put out this many blends and none of them have missed is, I mean, you got to figure part of it's luck, but I guess after that,
they knew that mash bill they wanted on those barrels from those distributors. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Well, they've got some that they contracted still, obviously, but then there's a lot of stuff that they're just buying that they think, hey, maybe I can use these in blends and maybe some in single barrels. I don't know, man. Whatever it is, they've got the Midas touch right now. My stream of the game is 30 seconds behind Marty.
That's all right.
So I'm guessing Carolina's up.
Yeah, 3-1.
Nice.
Minute left in the second.
All right, there you go.
I'm sorry, Paul. I can't help it.
Hey, Gary, what are you up to, man? Gary, did you go to the release? I wanted to go. I was sick. I figured I would have seen like you and Boyer and some friends, but it was a little bit under the weather. So for those of you that didn't get a chance, I grabbed these at a local shop because they did some distro here in Michigan. For those of you that aren't in Michigan and want to get the Evernorth stuff, I think the drop is tomorrow for their these two releases.
Hey, Tom, check your text.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How do I get it to him?
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Here, go for it.
Okay. So the next, okay, so this glass, everybody, that I think Tom is drinking out of, and I've got, and Marty's got.
Yep.
I think it's rapidly becomes a lot of people's favorite glass, and Marty's going to have the next round of these glasses available tomorrow. So,
Oh, nice.
Just reach out.
We just call it the Lodo. Like, what's in the Lodo? What are you sipping in the Lodo? And because I don't know, it's not a Glen, it's not a whiskey wisdom, it's not a
Hang
aged
on, I'll
Nor.
tell you what they call it. Hold on a minute.
so
Maybe.
What the hell do you call it?
Well, I got it here somewhere. I swear to God, my emails disappear. It is called the Cask Whiskey Glass.
yeah.
A cask?
So
Cask Whiskey Glass.
both Spiegelau and Riedel have a version, something similar to this with a wider, here's a Glen. It's got a wider opening, and they're basically designed for single barrel bourbon or high proof bourbon, as opposed to the original Glen, which was designed for Scotch, like 80 proof Scotch. So, yeah.
So it's kind of on the same order as a Glen in terms of shape, but it's a lot wider, right?
Right.
And heavier at the
And
bottom.
the whole idea is that the tighter, opening is designed for lower proof whiskey, and the, larger opening is designed for higher proof whiskey. And that way, when you nose it, you're not going to singe all your, nose hairs off.
Your toe hairs.
Yeah, you can still pick up a good nose on this, not like a rocks glass or something where it's just kind of immediately dissipates.
And
you can still get it. I mean, I guess if it was a lower proof, you might have a harder time, but for the whatever this is probably pretty decent.
And if you start doing a really nerdy deep dive on the interwebs, they're going to tell you that kind of the cutoff between that and this is somewhere about 105 proof is where you should start kind of switching from one to the other. So,
see, I like this. It's probably not my favorite glass. I mean, I like it because it's ours and it's unique. And if I'm going to put one of our picks or something, I'm going to pour it in that just because I feel like it belongs there. My favorite
is still like it because it holds.
I love the wisdom. That's my shit. Those were the whiskey glasses for our pours at the preservation room. It's a good glass to sample with. If I was doing a bunch of samples, I'd probably stick with a Glen.
Yes.
Unless they're super high proof. I mean, I guess these would make sense, but plus they're going to take up a lot more room.
Well, and when I'm doing like flights, I have 12 of these Whiskey brand Glens, and that's what I use when we're doing a bunch, because we don't, I don't know where the proofs are from high to low and everything, so I'm just going to level a playing field. But most days, if I'm drinking something that's 100 or 105 and above, I'm going to be in something like this.
Yeah, and I like the whiskey glasses. I mean, I guess they still are a channel sponsor. I haven't really done anything with them in a minute, but they sent me some of those glasses. I think they're great.
Which ones, Tom?
The whiskey glasses. They're like fatter.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
shaped a little bit more angular. There you go, like the ones. I just remember we were hanging out with Toby when we were doing the new riff pick, and he touched one on top of the other and it immediately shattered. And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, they're a little bit delicate, I guess, maybe, I suppose, but I guess Glens are too. Intermission, Marty?
Say again?
Intermission?
Yes. I've got a bunch of these aged in ore glasses too.
Yeah, those are good.
They're just expensive.
Yeah, they're not my favorite. I got one, maybe two. Paul says I like the weight of the whiskey base. Yeah, I think they're better
Yes.
for, you know, if you got
Yes.
meaty hooks like me. I like the whiskey versus the the manly hand. Glens are a little delicate. They're a little bit weird to grip,
Yes.
but they're, you know, whatever. This is much more substantial. All right, so I think we're good. But it's just before 10. Why don't we call it on the entries to the giveaways? I can cue these up whenever we want to go. Did what's his name want to hop on here, Toby?
Yeah, Matt's going to jump on. I sent him the link, but I don't think that should stop you from running the wheel. Just don't close out the stream yet.
Well, let me kind of pop this up here. All right, we all see that?
Yeah, man.
All right, so I can't tell you exactly how many entries there are. It looks like 34.
34.
So not a ton. I mean, there's a nice bottle here and a nice flight. But anyway, 34 entries. Odds are pretty good, guys. So let's do this. Marty, you were the guest of honor here tonight. Yeah, sent me the flight. Why don't you tell me how many times you want me to shuffle this?
7.
7. All right, I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I was watching your stream. I don't know. It was the other day or a couple of weeks ago. But you asked one of the guys how many times you wanted him to shuffle, and I think he said like 410 or something.
Yeah, like 1100 something. Yeah.
You're like, no, bro.
Was it Matt? It might have been Matt. It might have been Matt messing with me.
Yeah. Why don't you stick it to single digits? All right. So we've got this all shuffled up. Let's do this. So this is going to be for the new Riff single barrel single malt 6-year 100% malted rye. Jerk Weather Pick. That was a collaboration between our group, Bourbon Jerks, and Whiskey Weather, which is big channel. Jimmy, Top Jimmy. Toby was in on the pick. Roger Reese was in on the pick. My son Tyler was in on the pick. I'm trying to think of who else. Brandon had, who was there? Bourbon Burpees and Dad Does Bourbon, I think. Is that his name? Does that sound right, Toby?
I don't know.
I don't know any of Brandon's guys.
All right. But anyway, hell of a pick. Let's fire this up, see who wins that. Boom. Let's go. It's going to be Roger.
Big E.
Ethan.
Big E.
You know, I don't know that Ethan was able to get one.
That would be awesome.
You got one coming your way, buddy.
Yeah, they're going to like this bottle.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. All right, so let's remove Ethan. And second spin is going to be for the flight, which you can see is maybe you can't see. The two Evernorth latest releases, the Night Stalker 5, the Exodus 4, the new Riff 10, which I haven't even cracked yet, as well as the McBrayer 250th. So, I mean, some choice shit here for your flight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who gets that.
Dodger.
Roger Dodger. I swear to God, I think I win all the time on my wheel.
Love it.
Cheers, Roger. I don't think he's got the Evernorth stuff. Did Roger get the new Riff stuff, Toby?
Not that I know of, no.
All right. He probably got the McBrayer, but you know what? I bet you he doesn't have the other three.
He has the McBrayer. But you know, that's funny. I haven't even spoken to him about the most recent high notes.
Yeah, as soon as I saw those announced, I'm like, boy, I want to be in on that. Because I missed last year. I know last year they didn't do it the same. So it was probably a lower yield last year.
Yes.
But they made it like, was it distillery only and pick up at the distillery only? Like this year they opened it up online, so some of us were able to get it, but we had to kind of coordinate.
The fact that I think that, I don't know about you, but I think Danny was able to get the bourbon as late as he did. I mean, last year that shit was gone, and both were gone in like 5 minutes. And the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to grab that stuff later in the day was incredible.
Yeah, I want to say when I was texting with him, it was like late at night. So I mean, it lasted for a good while.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it's a 10-year, and what other 10 years are on the market right now? Like, okay, so if you look at like Old Forester 10, which is a much bigger distillery,
Well,
the
yeah,
SRP on there is just like what, 120 now?
so I think okay, hold on. Matt Carter is asking me to email it, so give me a second. I'm gonna
Sure, go for it.
Logistify that stuff. Control C. All right. Matt Carter. All right. Oops, shit. Okay, here we go. Stand by for Matt Carter from Old Glory. But I've got to reach out to Roger tomorrow because I may be able to help him with one or both of those New Riff bottles.
There you go.
Not sure, no promises, but I might be able to help him out.
Cheers, Wayne. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Katie Turk, heck yeah. There you go. You got a sweet bottle coming your way. I promise you're going to love it. The New Riff 10 is the best New Riff product I've ever had, and I can tell you Danny's had a lot of
So I can tell you that I got there, they had such great customer service because I was picking up for a number of friends of ours, and I got there actually probably about 15 minutes before they actually opened, but yet they were open and ready for business. And I just walked up and I said, "Hey, look, I'm going to pick up for me and my wife." And then I said, then I'm going to come back and pick up for some friends. And they just said, "Are you, me?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh, we've already got all your stuff set aside for the other people I was picking up for." And so the whole thing, I mean, I was picking up for myself, my wife, and 4 or 5 other people. And the whole thing took me obviously it was all prepaid, but it took me like 2 minutes because they had their shit.
It was real well organized.
So well organized. They had, I walked up, I just said blah, blah, blah. And they said, "Okay, here you go. Here's this box, this box, this box." And they had it all prepackaged and helped me picked up stuff and carried it over to the back of my car. And I was done within 120 seconds, which gave me all the more time. There he is. Look at that.
Cheers, Matt. How you doing?
Matthew.
Good. How are you guys? Doing good. Just got home from dinner.
Nice.
Awesome. So everybody, this is Matt Carter from Old Glory.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, Matt.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So I missed the first part of the stream here. What'd you guys get into?
It ended up being a Seal Box flight. Picks that Seal Box had done. So some finished stuff, some source stuff. Decent bottles for sure. Stuff that I had never had. Save for it. Might have had a sample of one in a previous flight, but yeah, real good stuff. I don't typically get stuff from Seal Box, so it was interesting for me. Toby, I don't know that you had any of these either, right?
I don't own any of these. I may have tried one or two along the way,
Right.
but these were all just, it's funny because we all have these brands or these labels that we haven't gotten into. And the seal box, branded stuff is just stuff that I haven't really gotten into. But after tonight, there's 2 or 3 of these that are really fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Especially that cigar batch.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine just brought over the hazmat Green River that the Junkies just released, or through seal box, and it was really, really good.
What is
Marty,
that
how you doing?
Green River
Hey, buddy.
everybody was just talking about?
Glad you're
that's
home.
coming out? What's that Green River everybody was talking about? It just got kind of started getting
Toasted.
some notes
Toasted.
today.
It's
Yeah, honey
toasted, I think.
What?
I think they sent like 750, not 750, 375s of their double oaks to a bunch of like people on Instagram and
Was that
whiskey,
it? Double O?
too.
Okay.
It seemed like it had a pretty decent age to it. 7 or 8 years, I think. And it was like $50 for a 375, which is kind of pricey for Green River. But I don't know. But a bunch of those videos dropped today.
That's awesome.
So I wonder if they're doing more with like promoting, kind of like how some of the other brands have done over the last couple of years, like Larrikin or trying to think of who else, but Barrel, where they send a bunch of the people that have decent followings on some of these socials, and they all drop them on the same day. Like when I was scrolling Instagram, there was probably like 6 or 8 different accounts that I followed that had the Green River double oaked, which sounds pretty good. I think the main one that I watched was Brandon's. I think he rated it like just below at 8, which was a little surprising. Maybe he didn't like it as much as maybe I would have, but I don't know.
I love some good new riff. The Silver Springs Rise that have been dropping everywhere. Those are phenomenal. Pick up some of their newer picks. Yeah, their newer picks are great. So it's fun to see. It's fun to see them get some more action.
So, man, if you're just hanging out and having a pour, are you drinking your guys' stuff, or are you drinking something else, some other place, trying to figure out what else is going on in the landscape?
Oh, don't answer that wrong.
Well, it's not my favorite distillery. Love to hear them. There you go. So everybody knows, I think, or for most people, I'm actually a huge Jim Beam fan. And I was a huge Jim Beam fan before working at Old Glory. But there are some single barrels that I just can't get away from. And I'll pour them until they're empty and I don't have any more. And it's some of our old pot still stuff that's, around that 7-year mark. And it's just ridiculous, So I'm a little bit all over the place. But I will say in the past 2 years, I've probably fallen more into the craft scene than anything else. I just did a whole shuffle of my bourbon room here, and it's mostly craft distilleries and then Jim Beam. So,
I think I saw your setup on a different stream, and it's kind of similar to Toby's in that you've got really cool backlighting on your shelving. You can't see my shelving over to the side here. You just see what's behind me, but the stuff that's to my right, it's all that like piping like you've got there.
Yep.
And then butcher's block, because it goes probably 16 feet wide. My lighting it's not quite as dramatic. I really like how you got it set up. You and Toby both, but
so the key to that was I've repainted the wall with a super reflective finish. That way the light will bounce out. But yeah.
I think mine's just like a not matte, but what's satin maybe is the finish that I've got. It's lighter, but it doesn't reflect anywhere near that. Like that looks really cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and if you know, the stuff that you're sipping is from Old Glory, you know, that's cool because that's how you kind of get really dialed in with your own stuff, and you can talk about it with other people that are coming through, and you've got that firsthand knowledge of how to, what's this person going to like here. I know a lot about this particular one, so
yeah, I drink all the Old Glory I can get. I do I do a lot of single barrel selections, and here lately they've been letting me do a lot more blending. So it's been fun. Really about to start deep diving into our ryes. We haven't done anything with our rye, so we have a rye coming this year. It'll be 8 years old, in the 130s, and it'll be a single barrel. So
nice,
but it's 100% rye, 95% rye, 5% malted rye.
Nice. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, and it's really, really good stuff. But it's been fun. Young pot whiskey, I would say around 5 years old. You can find really good barrels, but for me, they really start shining at 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
They just started getting more mature. I guess a lot of that pot funk goes away and whatnot. Most of the column stuff that we have right now is around 4.5, 5 years old.
So Matt, here's a question for you. So as far as the pot stuff goes, up here in Michigan, there's New Holland, which their stuff is all pot still. Have you tried that? Distill it, and do you kind of maybe see some similarities with your stuff versus theirs, or?
So New Holland, do they make walleye? Are they the same people that make walleye run? So the only thing I've had from them is the walleye. Okay. I just came home from Chicago and found a couple bottles and brought them home, and I absolutely love them. They're both malted. I would say the most comparable, if you really want to try something that's fun, Hard Truth Distilling, their bourbon mash bill is the same as our bourbon mash bill, 73-19-8. And to me and a few other people that we've tried it with, I mean, it's so similar. It just tastes like an older version of our column distillate that we're putting out. So, as far as I'm sorry.
So for the New Holland stuff that's pot still, to me, it just comes off super duper fruity, and like sweet. But it is super consistent across their entire line. So I think one of the bottles that I had here from Old Glory was pot still, but I don't think it came off as super fruity. So I guess I'm just maybe.
Has it got a barrel number?
Well, the one that I have here, and this was, I had two, and this was the other one I liked better because it went fast. This is a single barrel Tennessee bourbon, and it says barrel number 271.
271. What's the name on the back? What's on the back of it? The name?
Caleb.
Oh yeah, Caleb.
Caleb MAR.
Yeah, Caleb Martin.
Okay, there you go. Some of it wore off.
Yeah.
People.
So Caleb's our master blender. His profile is a little different because he's a big Scotch guy.
Okay.
So for the longest time, whenever he would pick a single barrel, it would usually be a Tennessee whiskey. He would pick super smoky barrels. And
not for everybody.
It's not. We had to break him from that. Not that it's bad, but a lot of people don't like that smokiness. That's why we drink bourbon. But
yeah.
But I think it all depends on the single barrel. I try to pick out some really good ones. Everything I've been picking out lately has been in the 6 and 7 year range that we're going to be dropping. So
Yeah, this one's just shy of 6.
I think for us, honestly, because we like to let everybody in on the fun, and we'll except for Caleb and our master distiller, and Nick our master blender, and Caleb our master. Jesus Christ, I can't get it going.
It's late. There's not that many people watching.
Caleb, 95. So Caleb is our master blender. Nick Dykes is our master distiller. Outside of them and myself, we give everybody else samples to take home and try to pick a barrel. And, we try to share that with everybody, but everybody likes different things. And we try to work with that as much as possible. With us getting more views, I think it's really important that we make sure we put out really, really good stuff every single time at the distillery. Right.
Yep.
Right.
So
I just had a real quick taste of this one. Are you able to tell me if this one is pot distilled? It kind of tastes like it is.
It is pot distilled.
Okay, because I definitely get that fruitiness. Kind of, that was harkening back to the local stuff here that's pot distilled, and it does kind of have like those fruity, vibes to it.
Let me see.
Strawberry and peach.
Yes, I get a lot of strawberry off of our bourbon, pot still bourbon.
Mm.
On the column stuff, I get more cherry apricot, depending on the mash bill. But let me see. Let me check and see if I have 2-barrel one. I did have some drinks at dinner tonight. Had a couple beers.
That's okay. You're good. Let her rip.
Yeah,
I was getting a haircut.
Better than I remember. I do remember the other one I liked better, but this is pretty darn good. Randall,
yeah, let's go
cheers.
power
I
play,
like
baby.
doing the podcast. Who'd you have on, Randall? I really liked your podcast the other day with Baker Drinks, and it was interesting to kind of hear, how they kind of ran their course and did their thing and what they're up to. Did you guys happen to catch any of that?
Now, I'll be honest, I've never listened to a podcast yet.
It wasn't necessarily a podcast. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I mean, he's got a YouTube channel, Off Topic Whiskey, and I think he records his podcast while he's filming the YouTube. But he had Troy and Laura on, and it was interesting. It was a good interview. And I didn't know the whole, reason why they stopped and all that. So it was cool. Because Troy Baker was one of the first people that kind of reached out to me and kind of was like, hey, come on, be on the stream. And it was very welcoming. So I thought those guys did a hell of a job when they were going.
I don't have barrel 271, but I need to send you a big sample pack. What needs to happen?
Oh, I would love that. I mean,
so
the stuff
maybe
that I've had, I've really enjoyed.
After we get off stream tonight, I'll give you my phone number and we can make that happen.
Off Topic Whiskey sent you a message in chat, Matt.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Off Topic Whiskey, but he does a podcast and he really gets into the details.
Do any of you guys have his contact information?
I do for sure.
Okay, yeah. No, Off Topic. Let's do it, man. I'm down.
Yeah, he does a really nice job too.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll send out some sample packs and we'll do it.
There you go.
What I'm about to pour is barrel 99. A lot of people don't know about this one, but it is a Fred Minnick pick.
Oh wow!
So this is back before we started getting a lot of traction.
That's first pick, wasn't it, Matt?
I'm sorry.
Was that not the first pick?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for some reason.
He did a thing a couple years ago where he highlighted all the craft distilleries in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And so he picked this for the event, and we sold most of it at the distillery. Really, really good. It's only a 5-year, 126 proof.
Gotcha.
Talk to Devin. I'm definitely one of your whiskey nerds.
There you go.
Come on, guys, get a goal in the fucking power play.
I like how Marty. So Marty got a TV set up out there too. Watch that. I can only imagine your setup, brother. Look at this guy.
Hey, that's the only way to be. Fire up the smoker at 1 a.m. to throw some stuff on and watch fishing. That's my move right there.
Get your brisket going.
Yeah. I can have the TV up all the way and they're still whispering.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So a lot of us here on that are in this particular group are in the Mash and Journey group, and I know they did a handful of picks recently.
They did.
So are those coming out within the next couple of months? How the timeline is on that?
I don't. I believe they've left our warehouse already. So
okay.
Because they those guys had asked for them. I think it's been a month ago now. So they should be. I don't know what their release is on it and stuff like that, but one barrel only yielded like 80 bottles. And it's also the oldest release that's ever come out of the distillery.
But I think there was a few, right, that they did.
Yeah, they're getting 2 barrels currently. They picked 4. 2 of them are making their way to them. One, we're doing a double oak for them, and the other one is going to be a special release.
Nice. Yeah. See, so a lot of us, that's how we get exposed to newer brands.
Yep.
Is through a group like that. So yeah, I'm anxious to get on, those picks. I follow, obviously Scott and Jason, and just, it looked like that was a hell of an event. That particular pick.
Hey, Matt, Dragons in chat has a question. Right here.
We get bottles. There you go.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
So if you go to oldglorydistilling.com, you can pick up our small batches. You can pick up both bottled in bonds. Small batches are blends of 2 to 4 years old. It's mostly a blend of high 3 and 4 years. I don't think you'd ever be able to tell the difference. Bottled in bond on both mash bills are going to be 5.5 years old, 100 proof. And then we offer single barrels as well. Right now we have a Tennessee whiskey online. It's one of our column barrels that I picked, barrel 649, and it's really, really good. If you like apricots or anything like that, you really like that profile. But that's all we have online currently. It's a flat rate shipping of $20. So order a couple bottles, make it worth it. Flat rate ship. I think $20 for shipping is more or less. Yeah, that's more or less the common thing now. But if you ordered 6 bottles or you ordered 1 bottle, it's $20 flat rate shipping. So definitely order a couple. But yeah, that'd probably be the easiest way currently if you're out of state. And we do ship to 45 states as well. So if as long as you're not in Utah, Alaska, Hawaii, North Dakota, and Maryland, you're good to go. So I just pulled up the chat here as well. And off topic, I'm going to get your info after this, and we'll text and figure it out on the on getting on with you, because I think that's awesome. I love it. So there you go. I'll pull out that 649 and try to give you some tasting notes. It's been open for about a month now, so it'd be fun to get into it and see what it's like.
There you go. Merch glassware, is that still on the same site? Probably, Danny.
So we actually do not have any merch or anything online yet. We're still trying to figure that out. Yeah, we're trying to figure that part out of it, but we do not have anything online yet as far as merch and glassware.
It's a difficult thing to figure out. I mean, there's so many places out there that offer to do like printing and stuff, but in terms of like, what's actually quality and, can deliver it within a reasonable amount of time, it's hit and miss. I mean, just for like a small channel like mine, or, I'm sure Marty can chime in here as well. I mean,
Sure.
I've probably tried like half a dozen different places before, just selling a simple t-shirt, and it's more difficult and it's more work than you would imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
but that said, I mean, I'm sure there's some of these other brands that probably could point you in the right direction.
somebody just asked about barrel aged gin. We do have barrel aged gin out currently, aged 3 years. We've had barrel aged gin for a couple years.
So that would be gin aged in a whiskey barrel.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense.
Yep. And they usually go for 2 to 3 years. So pretty cool. We'll fresh dump a barrel and fill it up with gin. It's pretty fun. I know we're bourbon focused here, but I've never been a gin guy until Old Glory.
Maybe.
Their gin's really, really good.
We were talking earlier about some of the things that we drink when it's hotter, and you know what, Toby, one of the things that I'll drink is a gin and tonic. There's really good local gins, here in Michigan, but yeah, a barrel aged gin is a different animal. I mean, you get all the the botanicals, the earthiness, and then you kind of get a little bit of a whiskey or a bourbon tie-in on top of some tonic. I mean, it's pretty darn good beverage in the hot weather, in my opinion, anyway.
I definitely agree. I'll switch over. We have a blueberry shine, a blueberry lemonade shine, and that and Sprite is my summer drink.
Okay. Yeah, we did. Marty and I did an interview. I think was it last year or 2 years ago, Marty? We did the interview with the guy from the Bond, and he gave us the samples of the blackberry.
Yep.
Last year.
Yep.
Blackberry. What was it? Blackberry
2025.
brandy or something, or blackberry
Yeah.
gin? What was that?
Oh, that was Thornbush.
Yes.
Trying to remember.
That's
I
the
think
most.
maybe it's blackberry whiskey.
So that's the most like honest, real, like blackberry infused whiskey of them all. It's Thornbush or Thornbrush or something like
Thornbush,
that.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's from the Bond. I mean, they're right in Bardstown. Yeah.
Yeah. But that and like lemonade, or that and Sprite or
That's
something.
right,
in the
Danny.
summer,
That's it.
That's a hell of a
Danny's
summer.
got it.
Blackbeard's Delight.
What's that? Is that the name of the gin? Or?
So I've got this this Old Glory bottle. I need to pour something Old Glory. This is Barrel 95.
Bourbon.
Yeah, Barrel 95. What is Matt frozen? Oh yeah, no, there it is.
No, I'm here. Barrel
Yeah, no,
95.
He's
Taking
taking
it
it
in,
on.
man. He's taking it in.
just talk me through Barrel 95.
Come on.
Listen, I have no idea. What's the name on the back of that one?
It says
Billy?
Barrel 95, age 6 years, 9 months.
Oh my gosh. Barrel 95. Oh my goodness. Have you not had that one yet?
Yeah, I have. That was kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And yeah,
Sorry. I'm
I
trying
had
to.
too many pours to pick up on it, but yeah.
So Barrel 95 at that time, there you go, Paul. So at that time, Barrel 95 was the oldest release that we've ever put out. It was a 6 year, 9 months. No, we're unfortunately not in Liquor Barn or Party Source yet. We're only in the state of Tennessee.
Greg, check out their website. They do ship to. Do you know what states they don't hit, Matt?
Yeah, we don't ship to Utah, North Dakota, Alaska, Hawaii, and Maryland.
All right, so I think Greg's in Ohio.
No,
Yeah, and Oregon might have
That's
just
still
got added to
pretty
that
good.
list.
I
but I'm
mean-
not familiar.
That's
Jake,
145.
Greg, check out their website. They ship to Ohio.
Barrel 95.
Come on.
What's the score, Marty?
It's still 3-1, 10 minutes to go, but Carolina's got a 4-minute power play, 3 minutes left in it. They can put it away right here if they can score.
Anyway,
Danny.
So Barrel 95. I'm sorry. It's a bourbon mash bill, of course. It's pot distillate. It's just it's so red fruit cherry forward for me, and it's got some nice caramel brown sugar oakiness on kind of on the finish. It was just a really good bottle. And correct me if I'm wrong. I couldn't see one up here. 129 proof, correct? 129.4, I think.
I like that I'm not the only one that needs the readers.
I keep them.
I do as well, Marty.
They're on the bottom of my glasses now, so if you see me doing that shit,
It's 129.3.
Dang it. I was close. Yeah, no, that one's a good one. And the way I reacted like that, I have found so many good single barrels on the market. I don't know how they got there. So, like, I'll be in Nashville at a store and they'll have like barrel 38. Excuse me? When the heck did barrel 38 come out? Because, but what happened was it was released probably 4 years ago.
Yeah. Boom! Let's go.
What are you watching, Marty?
Carolina play hockey.
Oh, hockey.
Sorry.
Tom, feel free to just mute Marty. We'll get this,
Yeah.
I think it's more entertaining.
Go ahead. Barrel
Sorry.
35 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always fun because, somebody will send me a text and I won't know who it is or anything. And just be like, what do you know about this barrel? I couldn't tell you. It was way before I was ever there. Yeah, I got your message. 10-4.
Hey, Travis Robinson's in the house.
Time to end it. Let's go.
So that
There we go. TR in the house. So
Travis?
I gotta tell you that when we all got introduced, I mean, a lot of us in this community or whatever, Tom's community,
sure.
we got introduced to Old Glory at the Blitz last year. And that was largely due to Adam and Travis. Matt, I think you were there. But
was briefly.
Anyway, I know that I think you were at the Blitz last year, correct?
I was there briefly. I believe I came the first night.
Okay. So it was but I remember within, a day or two of leaving that, and everybody's talking Old Glory, and we're all in the text groups and everything. Everybody was talking about Barrel 95. And Barrel 95, blah, 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 blah. But at that point, it was kind of like this holy grail bottle. And only like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, Adam reached out and just said he was in a liquor store somewhere. And he said, hey, there's like 4 or 5 bottles of Barrel 95 on the shelf. Anybody want one? And I was able to get 2. And I'm so glad because they are so delicious.
Yeah, those guys did a heck of a job, kind of representing the brand there. That's how I ended up with this one.
There you go.
Yep. So, sample it out to a bunch of people, just kind of getting the word out. So, I mean, that's kind of how it begins, right?
Yeah.
It's been fun to see it's been fun to see everybody that's really loved Old Glory and where we are. It's been fun. I mean, I moved to Clarksville. I'm originally from Oklahoma. I moved to Clarksville a year after they opened, so I've kind of gotten to follow Matt and his journey in the distillery. And I got into bourbon in 2017 as well. So to see where they were then to where we are now, it's really cool and makes me happy makes me happy. You know, the hometown, or not hometown, but you know, now my hometown, I guess you could say, and got a distillery that's 4 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Randall. That's the thing with craft whiskey. One person loves it, and it grows, and now it's a thing.
And it's also funny that you see the big distilleries. I mean, you got Heaven Hill Grain to Glass, more of their, you know, crafty. You got Star Hill Farms, which is their crafty brand, and it's been fun to see all the big distilleries try to capture that same thing, you know. But
Yeah.
I
I never
definitely
thought of
agree.
it that way, but yeah, I guess that does kind of track, right?
Yep. And supposedly, where did I see that? Oh, it was on Brandon's YouTube video a week or two ago. And I guess this year, the whole grain to glass weeded from Heaven Hill, that's been the shining star of that whole grain to glass lineup. They're going to do 3 different expressions of that grain to glass this year. And anyway, so that'll be interesting.
I never really thought of it as, it's the big guys trying to, cash in on the little guys' cachet. But I guess it is a little bit in a way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Frey Ranch has become really popular. Broad Branch is becoming really popular. I mean, Middle West out of Ohio. I mean, Ben Holiday. I mean, I don't know if you consider Ben Holiday craft or not. Probably not. But I mean, you got JT Millick. I mean, there's just so many brands, and it's caught. There's some YouTubers out there that have really blown up some small brands, and you can kind of see that how
Blue Ridge. Yeah.
Everybody says that we're on a bourbon lull. Well, big distilleries are on the bourbon lull.
Agree.
Yeah,
produce
it's
too
all
much
about
whiskey.
margins, I suppose.
So
Yeah.
The
I
big
think that-
guys are going to feel it the most, but the craft guys that can, stay in tune with their communities and, have a restaurant or something like that, I think they're going to be
Absolutely.
just fine.
and I mean, I would say even the distilleries that don't have a restaurant, like Leaper's Fork here in Tennessee, really starting to do some awesome things. And, I just think that people are getting tired of chasing and spending $500 on I'll use Heaven Hill here. They just released a statement about their 21-year whiskey. $300 for Elijah Craig 92 proof. And it's 21 year. Hang on, I got it on my phone. I believe it was a 21-year Elijah Craig single barrel that they're putting out in the gift shop for $300, and it's 92 proof. Yeah.
No, I think there's again even as the market is kind of on a downswing,
Pass.
there's too many better bottles at 100 or less.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a market for a $300 bottle? Yeah, obviously, but is it what a lot of us are actually looking for that are actually drinking as opposed to collecting and flipping?
There you
I don't
go.
know. I mean, I think we're probably closer to looking at stuff like hey, what's that 60 or 80 versus 300.
Correct.
Yeah.
Here we go. Scott at our flavor says, is high age just not that attractive anymore given that you're having to fork over? Yeah, Scott, there's too many good things at 100 or less. 300 is that's such a steep price tag. It really is.
Just wait. We wait 12, 18, 24 months. The prices on the high age stuff from Heaven Hill, Jim Beam, who else? Four Roses. The prices on that stuff are going to start to plummet because they're going to have so much stuff at high ages.
And that was my, initially, and why I love Beam so much is, I mean, you could literally go to their distillery and still buy a Knob Creek 21 year. And I think it's $230 or something. So, I mean, you got the lineage that's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I say it's pricey, yeah, but yeah, what I did like about Beam the last time I was there is like they put out all their premium stuff on the shelves. So it's like
Yeah.
if you want to go over there and visit and you want a premium bottle, it's all there. I mean, some of it might be a little bit expensive,
Now,
but it's there.
I haven't
We
seen.
got a
Now,
chance to wait.
I haven't been to the gift shop, but I haven't seen Lineage around. And Matt, I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I haven't seen Lineage around town since it first came out, but I can go out tomorrow and grab Knob Creek 21 at MSRP. So
Yeah. If you go to the distillery, they have Lineage Batch 2 on the shelf.
do they? Okay.
And
Now,
again,
Batch 2 is 2020. That was fall of 2025 because I think fall of 2024 was Batch 1.
2023. So there's a 2-year. There was a 2-year difference there.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing with Beam, yeah, they have some premium products, but they make 30,000 bottles of it, not just 4,000 bottles of it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and I forget who I was watching earlier today, but they were making the point of, okay, so there's Old Forester 1924, which is what, a 10-year bourbon, and it's fantastic, but the MSRP is like
This
what,
year.
120, 130 bucks versus like Jim Beam, who puts out Knob Creek 9-year single barrel, or whatever the release is. It's very similar in terms of statistics, and it's like half that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, do you need to spend 120, or are you just as good getting something at $70? And Travis kind of hits the nail on the head. It's hard for me to want to spend more than $100 on a bottle. There are some phenomenal whiskeys that are more expensive for sure, but I'm good having an Oz or two and moving on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm good at drinking something like this, or
Yes.
a Never North, or a McBrayer at 100 or less versus chasing something super high H from Heaven Hill at $300.
Yep.
I'm sure it's great, but is it that much better than the $100 bottle?
You nailed it,
Not
Scott.
12 years, $65 around me. Yeah, I think the 100 proofer around here is about $75, but I think there's now the higher proof one, right? Don't they have like a 12-year at about 120 proof?
They're going to release
the cash.
That's a barrel proof.
Barrel proof.
It's an older release, but they're supposed to be re-releasing that at some point.
$100 plus it's a Scotch.
So just to Travis's point, so this is a 9-year Elkwood that I just picked up from Liquor Barn. It's a Liquor Barn pick, and this now he put OZ, and I think he meant ounce in that, but this is actually an OZ Tyler, and I mean, we all know how good some of these Elkwoods can be, and I just picked this one up just a couple days ago. Anyway.
Hard to
So, Greg says new riff stuff is great, and under $100 you pick malted rye. Okay, so the malted rye pick is a perfect example. Yeah, but I mean, even the 10-year is what was it, like 89? So a 10-year from new riff versus a 10-year from Old Forester, a legacy brand. I mean, it's a pretty substantial difference in price.
Yeah, I would agree. I would also say that a lot of the legacy distilleries, limited releases or special releases just aren't all that. Obviously, there's some really good ones out there. You can't talk crap on King Kentucky. Maybe the price, but you can't talk crap on King. I mean, I guess you could. I guess I've had one kind of crappy barrel from them, but just
a little pricey.
Yeah. The small batches they did. Yeah, the small batches they did were just okay. I think the single barrels is where it's at for them, but
yeah, that's kind of the consensus. I mean, the small batches that they put out, I mean, it's got the label that everybody wants to have in their collection, but you know, it didn't seem that it delivered the same experience as the single barrel.
Right. It's good. It just wasn't that good. You know, if it was $150 bottle, I think more people would be
Agree.
willing
Yeah.
to
If
pick
they
it up.
saw it, and it still was very hard to find. It still was
Yeah.
impossible for most, you know.
Yeah. My local store finally blocked me from picking up something. They have the turkey, the new turkey release.
With the Gulf oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one. I don't want to spend it, but if I'm going to pony up the cash for
Yeah.
something this year, it's probably that.
I agree.
How much they want for it, Matt?
Retail.
Really?
It's retail for
Yeah, 400. After tax, like 460.
I'll take one.
460. Oof.
Yeah, we'll see. He only got 2 bottles of it. I was there the day he got them, but
Okay.
but it looks really cool. I'll tell you that. It looks really cool. I'm sure it tastes really great too.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, that Russell's 15. I mean, I paid close to secondary on that one. I don't regret it. There's not too many things that I would say that about, but I don't spend that much on a bottle. But that one, that is pretty special.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm real curious to see how that Gulf oil is.
So what's your favorite pour right now? Like if you're out at dinner and just like, man, I can't wait to go home and have a pour of, like, what is that for you?
You know, for me, I'm usually reaching for something like Evernorth or New Riff, to be honest. Something local, something that I've got, I'm more experienced with. That's my comfort zone. Are there other things that I got that I like? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got a pretty decent collection here, but in terms of answering your question, what am I looking for most often? Probably something that I've got from Evernorth or New Riff. You've got so many different products that there's a lot to choose from. One, the prices are so friendly that I don't feel like I've got to save it for a rainy day like my Russell's 15.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's somewhat available, and I just like it. So those are the 2 most common things I'm reaching for, something from Evernorth or New Riff right now.
What about you, Marty? Jimmy?
I've got some really good store picks of Elkwood 9-year right now that just jump out, that just are backup after backup if you have the opportunity. And if I want something that's just heavy, viscous, all that good stuff, that's right now what I'm going to.
All right. Maybe I need to.
So, just to back up what he's saying,
Gary, you're not wrong.
I just showed this a few minutes ago, and this is a liquor barn pick of Elkwood 9-year, and that's an OZ Tyler barrel. But Marty and I both had the good fortune, we know some people and that type of thing, and they did a pick last year of Elkwood 9-year, again, OZ Tyler, and I think both of us felt that might be our whiskey of the year last year for 2025. And we didn't call it that. We both basically said that if the house is burning down, that's the bottle, and we can only grab 1 bottle on our way out the door. That's the bottle where that we might leave the cat behind, but we're grabbing that bottle, as we run out the door. The full bottle, not the open bottle. And it was a Barrels and Brews pick from Elkwood, and they've sourced some fantastic barrels. They're doing some great blending and all that kind of stuff. And this one is great. I might put it second to that bottle from last year.
Toby, is that the 9-year?
these are all 9 years that we're talking about. It's just like,
Oh,
which 9 year are you talking about?
all right.
This one just came out. This is oh god, this is Justin's House of Bourbon. I just picked this one up, 2 days ago. But as you can see from the color, Marty,
Yes, sir.
that's the closest that we've gotten to that Barrels and Brews pick.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. I think Elkwood is doing some great stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
You got him. Beat him.
Oh, it's pretty ominous there, DMC.
Yeah, and I think Off Topic had a question there.
Yeah, pull that back up.
Elkwood sources all over, not just. I think what kind of made them popular was the Buffalo Trace turkey mash bill. But after that, I mean, they've sourced. They've had some Barton stuff. They've had OZ Tyler and stuff like that as well. So
correct. And Beam.
And Beam. Yeah.
Those are, so basically the way you got to look at it is if it's 17 or 18, that's Barton. If it's 15 or 16, which don't really exist anymore, that was Buff Turkey. And if it's 9, 10, 11 year, whether it's one of, these that's labeled, with the white label 9 year, or if it's one of the finished, because there's 9, 10, 11 year toasted, French, and Spanish oak. Those could all be Barton. They could be Beam. And it's really try them. But I haven't had one yet that wasn't very good to great. And I've got 18, 20 different bottles of Elkwood. And here we are in a public forum, but I'm just gonna, the other stuff that Bluegrass Distillers does under their Bluegrass Distillers label or the Midway label, pass. I'm not saying it's bad whiskey. It's just lackluster.
Is that their own whiskey?
That's their own stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Whereas Elkwood, and the whole thing is they moved from downtown Lexington out to, they bought a farm, outside of Lexington. It's called Elkwood Farm. And the old farm manor is there, and the farm is still there. They're growing heirloom grain and all that kind of stuff. But this was the brand that they, commemorated the purchase of the farm with, was Elkwood Reserve, because it's called Elkwood Farm. And they've moved their entire operation out there. And you check in at the farmhouse manor if you want to do a tour and all the touristy stuff. But if you know what to do, you drive down the road a little further, park, and you just go down to the tasting room and get after it.
I've been there once. It's a beautiful place.
Yep.
No,
I'll tell you what, awesome. I just remember when you had bottles with you when we were hanging out back in January when we were at the pick. There was like an Elkwood 9 that was just fantastic that we were sitting on. And I had never had anything from them, so I didn't know the label or anything. But I was like, man, this is just fantastic.
That was it. That was the bottle. That was the Top Dogs Barrels and Brew. Marty, is it Barrels and Brews? Yeah, Barrels and Brews. That's the single best Elkwood bottle that I've ever had.
Yeah, that was good, dude. I mean, just super good. And there was, whatever we had on the table in front of us, there was no slouches there, but that was just fantastic. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I got about 11 o'clock here, a bit later than I thought I'd go. Matt, was really cool having you hang out with us and talk a little bit about Old Glory. And here you go, Marty, at Elkwood 9.
Here it is. That's the bottle right there.
You know what, Matt, I would be real happy to, get in touch with you and maybe do some type of a feature here with Old Glory here in the near future. If you'd like to, come on again.
I'm always down. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
send
I'm
you-
already a fan, so I'd be curious to see what else we could skip through.
May
But,
may or may not have 8 cases of 95 laying around. So
there you go.
if you can work that
I
in
would
there.
really like to try that double. That sounds
shit.
fantastic.
So I'll tell you, Jimmy, that whole barrel was supposed to be a limited release for us in the bottle shop. Never got released. It only yielded maybe 100 bottles.
Really?
So what I've been doing with it instead is media samples and
Gotcha.
personal consumption. So 95 is a great day. So
Nice.
I'll definitely send one to you, plus a bunch of samples.
Yeah,
and we'll get
I'll
on
get
here.
in touch with you through Toby here, and I would love to do that, Matt. And this was super fun, Marty.
Yeah, man. Thank you, buddy, for having me, and Toby.
All new
Thanks for
stuff,
doing the
all great
blind.
stuff, and Toby kind of sipping it, along with us. That kind of made it easier to pick out notes. So cool to have you on, again, brother.
Our pleasure, man.
So hey guys, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. They got in the the giveaways, that hung out with us. So again, cheers. Thanks for watching.
Stay
Stay
jerky.
jerky, guys. Peace out.